bia menya se me ba wo nchen a na mani agenti enenso obetie ye fidi na wode adwenkyere nso e de aba ewo ensem ahodo pi eho ensem de ebi okure mu pa endra NPP amanyuku no edi djuma sonko ewo party headquarters se Patriotic Institute party no values party no principles ideology a party no ekura no egira ti amanfo adane ensem no nyina enkwantanti party na to school se obia before se obetimi a contest position wo party no no se we wakọ sa school nim na akwakosua mu ade ya kyerɛw enyina so a MPP de eba asasi so na opa na feodo ho adom endra mpanifo pi ekasai na mampaniko ekasama nipa pi no ano atoma kuma so emenkrofo se nipa betie na mampaniko kan no a anke bebo apantie no so ho the same time na yate say electricity bo be kosoro by 2.45%. Electricity ya ye betuni boom ewo oman Ghana mu ntie no so no pay ye bekum na ye de emu nsem so no etimi abrel na press conference ndra minu ekoso ba kon Chief Justice and I say suspended Chief Justice oye press conference we no kwachi ofusu enso press conference no ebi ene ehu ensem bebre ndra yat say you receiving ketia akaso baby ne hona no pay ye di dwemu no ebefa medi ede Kwaku Dawuro movement in the morning jumedi na mede ebro ntimamini kan fa dwemu no mra na yiwi a ye de nsema akachire no ede atoaso. Ghana constitution no ewo nyumaku bi a or from constitutional bodies na sa enyumaku no omadwuma ye no emra ebo mo ho ban nti sa enyumaku no eya na obi entimi interfere ewo madwuma ye mu nti ye 3 arms of government ye parliament ye executive and ye legislature ye judiciary na aban egu a enfie nan bia no a parliament no any executive nyina egu na omaja judiciary ni ho se judiciary ni de ebe ho afebo enunti na aban adwumayefo retire 60 ba judiciary no retire 70 years na omatimi atrase ache na omahwe mai ni okwa fa so na yedi eyi sa mpanifo no di so mutie boni bia eti oman no emra so a na one of the institutions any electoral commission so a constitutional body na NDC for ewo opposition no sa constitutional body si eno mutu ani esi omoso amutu omani si judiciary ni nyina so amutu omani esi electoral commission adwuma no enso esoso na omuka emomachitafo etie ehye bose daati bia no senyankopon eyomadum na omunya kwan eba aban mu a sa constitutional bodies no enipa edano no ombe yom afiri ho intendisi for hye boso omba aban mu a Chief Justice ombe yinedi omosan eka so omba aban mu a Mameji Mensa ombe yinedi. Initially no Crawford felt say a joke until say NDC a winning political power and NDC say o implement enema o kan ho asem no ana Ghana fo bi say say na asem a na NDC fo kan anya agro na eye ni bresem nti omo hyase wo maame chief justice no eso na hyase no ana nkrofo cans the end product no anya the chief justice na mum end product no ne say ombeyi electoral commissioner no any the deputies no edi na procedure edi yomadi no ene say SSA yede krata koma chief justice na o establish primary phase ansana yetimi ayomadi no monim say sa chief justice yo ho edie o de ensenhuru bia akọ nanimu a obeto atwene entsa na tie de a ende ono akora ne ho ye hideda enti moma yenyinadi na yeyinadi wi a na fe de kwan mu ada ho na yenya kwan soso no ayi ye electoral commissioner no any deputies nso ye yomadi ebiem enne yera Mahama wanya tumi a obi afo se obi anya bida e wo man Ghana mu ene se Ghana for to abama no eja MPP for Dawuro enti ni pe to abama MPP no emu be over 2.1 million e de abufu ankoto aba enti ne nkrofo de omukokoto ye ema onya vote ama winning about 57%. Enu ti ofo se Ghana for ogidi oni mo e friend goodwill no. Ebiem parliament so koya wasan enya enkonwa dodo a otimidi akakabensem bia wo pe e wo man ni mu. Enti eto abawie ya pe e bari kro ho no mo man wini ti NDC for hyase se omo chinchim nkrofo nsa agi nkonwa no said the beya India we in their mind and in their opinion Mahama ebeye a supreme leader. Tia to abewi apanam sha so mo man say or a supreme leader or a supreme leader. Now constitution no create checks and balances. Say executive no timi check parliament check executive judiciary no timi check omo nyina. Enti judiciary parliament so timi check judiciary no in a way. So if president no will control over the executive. Na ene wasabenya control over the over parliament. Now aka judiciary because so be a force yet and fa hudie so and na bibi koso a any constitution bo ebra Supreme Court na obekro. It's an dia ya target Supreme Court ajagifo bi especially the leader of the bench. Say ye yini free ho dia na fi ye nya kwan na ya fa judiciary no e de aka parliament any executive no na fi Mahama enya ye the supreme leader na omey ode aye ni open enti ye de maame no ye twe na bo so dindindin na entra resident katiasa ko grant interview e wo Joy News aka say maame ji mensa de otwe ni mu ene abetin ye pekura no a ombeyi nadi one boss masare ene Peter Pia henum ombeyi omadi o se otwini mu sesen ombeyi na didi afiri electoral commission won ne nkrofo na se ya na endra philosopher ko acha be press conference say enya no kra say chief justice ayeyi na di no politics e sha akiri ana politics e sha ase but see say ya na se dinkati akan ye say ya na yera Mahama kan ye say omoba ombeyi chief justice na di. In fact, okaye or say, see a betimi judiciary no betimi aye year. I just say nipa or down no almost a sano and sana on the judiciary no betimi aye ye. I see a dinkatia a can be pain, say mammy no a soko. And no ne, mammy, ya trina bossy. And drum me tear mammy and I'm a home, Missy. Oh, ain't mammy born your year in an say, or that's some name my Ghana. Na ne ya e wasem no nyina ne se ne nuanom agagefo to Supreme Court. Look, there have been series of attempts since independent. See a beji Supreme Court Chief Justice yebeyi nadi. Na anytime bia yebeyi obi attempt ni bia no se asem ne court na Supreme Court no abo Chief Justice no eho ban asem ne kokota na Supreme Court no abo Chief Justice no eho ban. But in this very case the Supreme Court no and now we be actually clearly say maame no as a nipa bi wo tension could be edema no, and we are being told say na enipa ne bi panifo ne bi wo Supreme Court wa omofo se maame no engineer na enuru no so se appoint na Supreme Court Chief Justice ene yedi ni sign ho ebeye the Chief Justice nti omo wo ne ho mene asepo e wo ne ho tan anu ne ensem a ye tete ti se omo ate wono ano wo mo mpende da tintontom pe na ase kroma akona frama ho no ti omo ano maame ne to nyina no omo ne no chese ti ado ahoma so empenanim kura hwe na ne abani na asem no emu ya to the extent say o hwe kwan a ye de maame ne fa so a na ya pa ena maame ne nsem okan nyina beye miensa bi wo no mo a na kira adwene so o se baabi a modimi akwa amosi mudi masem no eho ena me ofa general akwa ye kwabo ne hopo ne ye che no ye de ne koye ansa ne ye de ne kobunda ase ne akwa kokuno. And there's a report to that effect. Me ofa yi so na hwemo university eda na dwunu a ye beche no na menene na tifie ene ye beche no ekoku no ya na nya ne nko a ye san ku judgefo miensa eka ne ho a na ba akoye wo ba te se me a na wotu anufo ano tene sa edu lodge no mo sa de me kwa o se ho ne ye kokama asem a ya no kwasem benefo se edu amanfo so ane yakai anom de odu ho no mu bia no a na ne yam ede ne pram na amana kai eye ne yanom na ede ne kɔ haw ene ahunyehia bibremu nanso ɛhɔ NDC aban aye ne say ɔde maame ne bɛkɔ na watete no na wa man emotional torture ebiem ɔse me kwa ɔmayi me one of the arms of government me nsa no me ye ba ko head o enti privileges bi ho no ma ye de mame. And now even the special prosecutor kura to kwanya yen searching wo airport. What to kwa broche no yen searching wo airport. Speaker of Parliament to kwanya yen searching no. And then Mampani Mahama to kwanya yen searching no. But there's committee no mamu we kopia ni mu a yes searching hu nyina de yensa efefa ne ho ehwe ne bag mu eye ne bibia chese ejojo no a chese ye reduce no to the barest minimum. And that's the pain. So privileges are ye wo obu a ye de ma no enti Radio Mahama abre a not ya konwa so a na allegation by say wa Gifford bribe no okọ shraj ye misa Jo Mahama say the buying of course shraj for friend no ye de fast antete a ye di maami tokunu FM yi mu bi yera John Dramani Mahama me nyini mpo se ono ampo appear before shraj ekokoyi nsembisa bia no okọ shraj ema shraj determine say Ford our GN die we book code of conduct so na mu anya bribe eye only in Ghana and obitimi di bribe ebu abamra so na so anya bribe. But John Mahama abre appear before the Shraj no the Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice no obia fanam fa such inhumane act mu obia ne hono mototo John Mahama botum obia ne hono mo miamia no ho a miamia sabe ne hwo aho ne ade nyina ehwe se to pa ebi hye ne ho ana bibi hye ne ho a obia anye ne saa again John Mahama eba opposition no yetne call special prosecutor in the case of Airbus Pacho Airbus no na money musika wom ma tiam de beka say gangan to money na na wom Airbus na ono anye ne nua Samuel Adams Foster Mahama na mo hasem wom me Pacho na John Mahama former president Pacho special prosecutor kise Jabin na wose ene ma tiam dunum na SSA omo interrogate Yera Mahama me Pacho when the search Yera Mahama abre no ko appear before the office of the special prosecutor when the search no in fact ni nua Adams Mahama de send ne special prosecutors will issue red alert edi kwa chicken ofurata won yere mpaso no ono de wo fogan the Ghana Fosika kiseja ben the Ghana Fosika for play eko London ekokoshia Yera John Mahama ne bra Foster Adams Mahama enye ne topono edidiye enye ne di nkomo ne na lawyer for eye ne bobobo gongongo owie no ba Ghana eno be ye press conference no say Ghana for Samuel Adams Mahama McLean John Mahama McLean omunye bone ti Ghana for musika ene ase ayi abanyina no ne nyina ya hyeagu enti edien bone ena ye maami tokonu waye I need to say ne fa sa kwen so. And Mamman was right. sɛ nneɛma ɛkɔ so nyinaa no ɛyɛ adwene pa a enipa bi anya ɛwɔ ne ho ansa na NDC ɛba aban mu and they are determined say kwan bi on bɛfa so biara no maame no wɔn bɛyi no ɛde afiri akonnwa no so enti ebinom aka sɛ on resign ebinom aka sɛ on call voluntary retirement no fa adwuma no ntoɔ no fa ma Yera Mahama ɛne ɛsɛ din kɛtea na ne on pɛ sɛ ɔmo de yɛ biara no ɔmo mfa judiciary no ɛne ɔmo ani nyina ɛmfa nyɛ but ɔse there are rulings ɛwɔ Supreme Court and a judgment a ɛkyerɛ sɛ saa process no wo start a ɛhɛ sɛ wo kora resign ebiem sɛ yɛahyɛ aseɛ yi sɛ o resign sɛ apa ɛkwakwa ɛtsɛne a wagye mfumuso na iden ɛde atum na adwuma a wayɛ over 30 years ne nyinaa bɛden ɛho benefit ɛsɛ ɛde ma no na yɛde gya ne kwan no ɛbɛboa no then this if I say ɔmbɛgu n'anim ase egu ne ho fi nanso wayɛ krado sɛ obɛgyina na wakosa kwan ɛde akwakosi ase na ne nti a ɔba abɔnti abɛka kyerɛ Ghana fo nyinaa no ama Ghana fo nyinaa hu sɛ ɛkwan a yɛde no ɛfa so enim na ɔsɛ yɛabɔ no kwadu wohwɛ kwadu a yɛde abɔ no a bebree na wode asɛm ɛkɔ court a ebi wɔ no ma yɛsɛ 63 counts ebi yɛ stealing ebi yɛ causing financial loss attempted stealing ebi yɛ nipa obokwadu no bokwadu ni nyina wi a judge no tenase a no judge na determine say on stealing no wo case to answer on abia causing financial loss to the state no and no only case to answer we wi a na omaba into ayi na ya kire say ya determine primary first etiaw na case we ni and say answer be sinne e ma mi tokunu which of the cases anakwa adu ye de abono a ese okoko yi ano John na lawyer fo o si aye omo se Nebukadnezar magicians no to ko gina ho a ese wa ubo otimu na ohwe se kwa adu ban ana yebetimi ede etiawo na wa Kwaku yi ano eye ahomete na eha adwene na wonim procedure ye koso nyina no miblemo bia o ni ntia emu bi eye of the strong view say Yera Mahama ehye chire ne say constitution can clearly offer article 146 process no a constitution can yes say in camera yes say enokre but the same constitution can ewo article 296 no constitution can ABC na constitution actually says that process way and say capricious and say bias and say arbitrarily akane nyina na baby a den say Constitution said there should be a regulation. Article 296C no. Or say where the person or authority is not a judge or a judicial officer, there shall be published by a constitutional instrument or statutory regulation that are not inconsistent with the provisions of the Constitution or other law to govern the exercise of the discretionary powers. And the constitution can say, Adia justice for man no the discretionary power of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And there should be regulation. There should be a CI. Na entry. Yes, almost say BBA new almost adopt when procedure be any say. Say Yera Mahama determine so be fair to yema mi tokonua. Anka parliament resume ye akaba no the constitutional instrument e dey akwa to parliament enim na akire kwan a yemfa maame no emfa so na ada ho ama Ghana yensan na Ghana fo nyina na obi ahu na so ene enadodo ebedie kwan e befa so afre witness kwan e befa so age evidence case nyina ye omobi anim enti committee no a na e determine say no mpese omo ye bibia na bibia aye bisibisi basa na now your judge ni ebi ana wo circuit court ebi ana a magistrate ebi ana high court ebi ana wo appeals court ebi ana a supreme court judge na ade ede maami tokonu efa so yi se wani age ho a ense usu na ede maami tokonu efa so yi wo ye judge a ense sabiri wo de unsa aguti ede ntu duku abo yam na wo twa jadwo because when the first year kama funo ne ye kama dampan ne amami efamu metimi ashobo say some of you will also suffer the same fate. I can tell you say ekwanya maame yede ne nam so no some of you judges will also suffer the same fate. Aban be sesa aban be ko aban be ba ho judge for there mutimi oda o enti na seku kra ba memu a ne ye gu aban a ye gu parliament ne ye gu aban na mo ye jamo Burkina Faso abrante ye obetu aban gu ye menya sure se kwan ode the chief justice efa so kroma sei no ono kra ye sa ye tu aban egu wo Guinea menya sure se Guinea for chief justice any judiciary no ye almost said ye de ye maami tokonu yi and the justices the laws of our land they should know say e kwan a ye de maami Gertrude Eraba Isaba tokonu din maka frasa ye ne fa so yi omuhu say sadia nantwie podua anka ne pemu no enka konfonso nsem ene da bi ba oso be pese nipa be ka bia ma o sabre no ye be refer to the same procedure na wodi e bia no wanya edu lodge e bia na ye do akwhye afran prince o ba bi e wo nsuo na chi e cha manfrom e bia galo miinu na ye do akwhye wo e bia o de committee ni be ka say omo de baabi omo pepa ye twenyi so e wa abirimu ha chire ho baabi enfa ankwose wo na o de yenkodi wasem na eduru wono mo a e na obehu say na iwiase ayewi oyonko da eno da anopai idwoma me de ebre oni aha ye wuntumi radio 95.9 any movement television. Asebre
Dawuro
Dasebre
Dawuro
na ni mum tisen
Awurade tumi nti eye ena yesene nra
And yes, in be yes. Na a year hunter who know queen. Cook a match. We have a code. Okay. The young couple say, and she in a hold on and pay. Mamicha alaj na cook house and rako Haji Asami office. Alaji Gariba. Alaji Gariba. Sir,
I said, oh, I do time also so pay visits.
Alaji Gariba. Catcher and say Michiano. Said now no Odimirika fi Kumase Eddie number how. Nainamono Kwame senior Chema. And the rain a cassia. Omunim baby and I'm free so. I tell you everyone why I saw there the cassia. Omunim baby and I'm free so more. Until large Gariba and a pay baby I will be a Michel. Haji Asami Suba Mia Suechiano. Na Komobi Brio T. Prepemoni Bidi. And then the workroom.
Krumu
and come on, where do you know? Say. The ends to the means. Chief Justice and no Pusum. But I'm perceiving that fellows also watch on a Kasama committee. No,
well,
or a spokesperson, or a lawyer, or a judge.
And say, Unim said Ghana for baby Sasa questions. No, it's in a for said that say, I say, or your allegations, BTA Banya. Anka they will not come and respond. Now more allegations say tia bainti into no mobile responding. You better take a few minutes. Now yabo as excerpts of the interview. Now as of the press conference of Chief Justice no. Now yashe as in someone walk no. Emudi wehe eno boa. Sabi penifo say asemo adanse ni ho no. Ye twa asemo na ho bi na de aya adanse. You try some now be the answer. It's the right question will be some. Fellas for Kwachi. I didn't know on the Becca side. Committee no to me, Gasa. Ah? That's really. Ya could be some. The judge for being and the atanasam so. A seminal air by a majority decision. Majority decision, Justice Poamine Troy. And that minority no, Justice Tokunu and a Troy.
Tokunu.
Aye. Chief Justice on the through the minority decision. Ni afa the same asem no.
Asem abetwem no.
And ni ye dey through petition dey akọ say yemfa entwe Chief Justice na so. Wa bere asem no oni na unim ye dey akọ say yentwe na so no. Onipa ya fa no say on tena so e ya asem a onipa odi asem no in favor tio. That's bere what the asem aba court. Me ni koka tena asem no so. Mebu asem na tia wo koka ebu asem na ma na wo watch petition e de akoma Godon say yenyimedi no na Godon afa FPG nipo obetena asem no so adi a na wafa koka na odi asem na ma wo no a wo di asem abet mi amendi ama odi asem abet am no na Godon being a partial judge no na wasafa koka say koka entena asem no so na onhwe enka the same way no ya de koka ho asem enso de abreme se koka yepesi yenyinadi meti asem no so America no ano na ode ayidie yes wasan de koka betna me masem so se koka emeka masem eji se sabe wa aboa
koka jimi no betna se ne mejao na wokwa wa ba
wo so be yimadi wa aboa
zero adu ya akoso no ayensem bebre na enu ma me na sema o kan ba ko a media mi hu se mpanimfo ni Ghana fu nyina de adwin ko ho ni se ade wi ya ye no be wie ye democracy na ye wo mu no lead to the end of democracy Ghana ya practice e de hwahwa ye ho Africa ha no President John Mahama ni NDC fo pese omose no me da bia meka maka se way back se Ghana NDC fo abomutimu pose ekun atwa ye ho ahia no mo nko abema bia ba Ghana democracy na ye practicing ha no NDC fo mpe maka se severally na ye no krenso because ohia wa mo ni ye bia no a eye entokwa eye basabasa eye tutrasem MPP atu aba wini yakoto aba na MPP wini a uhunu se de o man mu siye yakoto aba ma NDC wini a ye hunu se de o man siye minim so makwaji sika obo nsam ho so makwaji die won ho se won beboa na ya se gan no ye obi anti ase na eba se ya na oka se mo Supreme Court judges na nayi mo pese mo ye ne yi Chief Justice ho no kwasia ana wase ya de me yonko ne enime obi a woni mi nyansa ena ne yonko ho asem ba onwene ho ba ko ni mienu na obesusu jagum enti ene eye tokonu ochina ebeye wo na eduru ho na se usua na nyame na otesoro no otua wo ka amunumu ha adenti na enipa mo so aye bone mu odi na asem oba besi eba committee animu a mu dosonity said ye mo anti se odili in cocaine enduadi bi odi bi ase no eko nti ya chese ade bone bai mami na metuo nhye no ho sika nhye no ho anso mo ba wusu na dusu no
President Mahama wa appear before 2 inquiries ba na a strat na o sitting president na wa kwakoje 4th expedition and he say ademudie but o appear before strat when the setting na ono so head an arm of government too but President Mahama idiem osa appear before the special prosecutor and come nim say special prosecutor in the court few so no the court office and also so no ya taking it through sa enema we nyina nti adenti na ma mi to ko ni ye ni say osan so your ba na unti God don say he cannot be a biased judge I say he can never be a partial judge and they aba and see my fan to record so say sa Chief Justice nsem nyina no godon that's bri sa endra press conference oye details of the two ye fa nyina nto dwa hada
nyina yaka enti wonko ka
ye fa details nyina nto dwa ha in fact ye de na ko nipa actual petition e de atia maame no committee na dia tumu say omo massa microphone for evidence in my na mum omo so e testify e me cross examine no na mum be free other witnesses that's right me am de masama ba no me se me fa dance die ma me aso a me megina da kam e media dance na mum me free kwa me jesi
no mum abe kan na
ma free ab na omo media dance en fa ma me
that's he who alleges must prove
why
and you now see nipa na ye bone and what you expect ako be ya no dey we tire say obi am for petition bi an come adwo Mahama ne ndc fu
no any
wo mu anu matena say
any pay the petition na kono me fan to record so say a speaker of parliament honorable right honorable Urban Kingsford Sumana Babin ne lawyer enti ne lawyer fe no lawyer title sorry any yera John Dramani Mahama president of the republic ono so ne lawyer lawyer Chachuchi Kata enti sampani for unyina so so NDC for enti John Mahama our executive arm of government no ne head no ne lawyer any yera speaker of parliament or head of the legislature no ono so ne lawyer and no makabom
the
other arm of government judiciary no omokotu no dey free ho all because Chief Justice no ne ho speaker of parliament na him because of ninsim be a cock of parliament no we me madwen no
yes
ye toss me no yera John Mahama 2021 election petition na a court no sane ma me no edi asem no no so anya ne de nti no so wasu ano so e de ato and in that case no na lawyer Chachuchikata and John Mahama lawyer and in the case of the speaker of parliament versus the attorney general no na no so no lawyer title sorry ona lawyer speaker of parliament no lawyer me sa se nyina so no na ma me no so tesu bi enti se omahi omo tan nti oma ka bum we a combination of powers and ye di ma me na ni di akwa konwa so
ma me na je asamba ko a okan ya mama nyagie en se on resign na asem no so on ka so munya ka hwe ewiase wasemba unse initially na ye nyina ka se obe kwa on fa mo no de on be yi de omunye but you see adanse ntina ye kum sonkonsu a na ye huya hwe adanse ntia wa woni se sonkonsu no wakuni but we se huya hwe no atin ka se sonkonsu no wakunu no sebe ya dabi
nya da ese
achinye enti dabi ebeya adansidie ama obi ehunu se asem se ne koye Ghana ni bia opeso ka nukure bia nim se Dwamahama ne ndisifo eyetanhunu anom de ta maame no enom abom timposo mbeyi nadi kwadu om de abo no nyina ye nsem hunu kwadu no om de abo no nyansa bia ni kwadu no om de abo no ba kokora bi ye nsem hunu otan kwadu enom de bo no te se de om de Yesu ko gina asafo mpanyina ni mu no ba ko hunu se we de ayo otan bi no om de tan no keke enti ebi enom de ye maame no na maame na ya de se wasi ni bo se obema o madi asem no akosi ase ye nyina nim se asem no o mabu agunu so obi anim awo Ghana ha ne asase so but ebema Ghana fo nyina ehunu adwembone a awo mampani Mahama ade na ndisi fo tirimu a omde eye maame no saa na daachi ayense na ho na obi biara nso a from maame asem obeye chief justice a Dwamahama na appoint no ohunu se Dwamahama ekọ a ode no beko ababia aba na appoint chief justice na mampani no ode na aba na okọ a chief justice emo obi meka njo se onso beko obeko enti Ghana se say ya judiciary na nka ye nyina nim se eto apentia eho na ye ani eko no makobo aye no se ni ho bio se no so abaye political wing enti party bi ebebe bia no obey chief justice obey ni letter commissioner se the Dwamahama ne ndisifo I establish wo Ghana ha eba be ya dwuma efiri sabri ko eno no na Ghana yenti
very unfortunate
ndisifo ye
very very unfortunate
almost 7 mile
no how you want to me radio 95.9 movement television no asugu so awuti na you live on Facebook, you live on YouTube okwa a movement TV on Facebook, movement TV on YouTube okwa like na share na jaw comment na yenhwe enye justice to your comment na no pay yenfa ho asem enfa emra na godon enso so say o 3 days mission on tiendo twa day 1 and then o twa day 2 na ochina so timi wie na dia ochina obeba when timi anwi so ochina obewie na on say enye say ne ende aka ne woni betan pa o because enye say papa ni di mani a san kan na so mini ha kan na so mini ha ba ni nyina mu no set ati nyina ayem
what ba ko no so
ne wa hia
abrantie na osi onu nim adwuma no ye pa communication adwuma no nim ye onu so ba ben mu a obemma Dwamahama Bama will not know peace.
Okay.
Say obe sign
again no. Again some no.
LGBT. O say nanado. Yemfa so bo mo nanado. Na nanado na aye na wa
asema ka me beka me kai sa high radio so. Aka mu aka me de ma wo.
Ya papa na su.
Hey. Azafo okrubu. Wagadri fo okrubu.
Unim say gay for no omatro bibi omo be pejun so matro ni me bi aba awonten.
Yes. No, ade na ye ka no sa na omo posting ko mu ni mu bi.
Ananka na no no mutumi sha say
omo ni mu bi.
It we no
post no omo ko for kwa na ye cameraman.
Eye yibi edukrum forward emra ni bi. Na omo say petawo de pem. Ezemene wo ko ase onu da asebre ko ada asebre eminua no ase me patao na meso wonsa na da asebre bobo enu bi na KOD no mo eye no na yekotie chief justice emra na ye ba we deal with all those issues near Patriotic Institute na yetimi edin kuma ha ye wuntumi radio 95.9 movement television oba share na obi so enya bi enhwe oba share na obi nya bi hwe endra me ba mekacho enra meti onabu kubwenka into the me ba e aka me na me nkemu asem fancho. All right, so abusia yen asante yen kan fa ye maame no semo de tudwa na oka the political undertone no side can say yeah even they have gone ahead to threaten his life say ombe yini kura firi wi ase omo hye ne say on resign and as on call voluntary retirement enya sa ubehu won so oni obi ayaro kaze ubana okay ubana into there yenko na yenko tie maame nemra
violation of CI 47 and the darkness of the current proceedings being held in camera behind the walls of Edu Lodge, my lawyers and I can come to the end of the proceedings. The evidence will show that every one of those allegations in the petitions that were given to me on 27th March is unfounded and untrue. And yet, the committee can dig up some allegation from whatever documents they claim to be having from the president, which they have not shown to me, and purport to enter a recommendation for my removal on that basis. Allow me to say that this is totally unknown in the rule of law in this country. If it was lawful, I would have no reason to alert the nation of the dangers they represent. It is the violations of law that have forced me to bring these matters out in the light of day. The final and fourth reason for this statement is that I have heard on several occasions from loved ones, persons who care, persons who may not know me beyond my public duties, and many who think that since these proceedings seem to be carefully staged to result in my removal as Chief Justice, it would be best if I just retired or resigned rather than subject myself to an ill-motivated process. I have also received threats and veiled threats to the effect that if I fail to resign or retire voluntarily, I will be made to suffer some harm or the other. I've also heard commentaries in the media about how this process was born out of a stated political agenda to remove me and control the judiciary, and that it is a political effort that can only result in an outcome that was decided long before it started.
And and indeed, I no cre say na NDC before say NDC beba bemuno no maka ni Radio Mahama aka na asiedin ketia aka te say yendro asiedin ketia kwotena joy news say say dimensa any boss masar no nyina yi omu nyina adi no enti we so chena obi soro na so de petition akosi ni omadia na hwan na chance
petition ma na
na hwan na chance
say oja gabi ayeka jena na say mpanimfo bu babi say kwachi achichidi etutu yesi aboko wate nti the Chief Justice no enye ono ani titiro
dabi
na mo di pave way
yes
ama mframa apo ama kokoto adaho
okay about the Edu Lodge and Edu Lodge no me ka say na heya na godonte ene ye ti e pa Edu Lodge no ntoma look interesting aspect aye omunim ma many fi Central Region wonu say ma no ya appoint no say Supreme Court judge na Akufo-Addo ene ya appoint no na Akufo-Addo appoint no NDC for jubility pa because of the tokono no they thought say if you vote into omunipa e chi no mo hu say ma many fi Central na ni kru na votarian then almost start some BT retreat ma many fi Central Region e kwankasa aka no fi Central Region obey NDC vice president then eto no
Lawrence papa na
so ni shoulder
ni jacket kuremu
but pa kwesi Professor Mills na mo fi Central Region but obedi president then eto no
na ye nyina ni msem
pa kwesi be kwa misata no fi Central Region then eto no
ya mutu
Major General Akwaya ye kwachi no ekokun ni yayayi so no su fi Central Region ne wo faase ene ma mitokonu in fact ma me se dana na adwo na ebe chi no na wo ne na wo fie ene ebe chi no di ne ko Edu Lodge ho e won de ni ko sie na ye ichire yi ni ko bundase ekobo ni tu eku ni firi wiase ene ono so no e ho ne ne ye moamoa no na ye de ne ko sa ye persecute na emu oya so do obiara na edo yaw edi aden edi abre no yentie maame no on the Edu Lodge issues no
has refused to allow me to go into the hearing with any family member. Before you enter, there's a thorough search of my body and my handbag in violation of protocols and courtesies extended to any Chief Justice, which protocols and courtesies are honored in the name of the nation, both in Ghana and outside of Ghana. And then the work of the committee is being conducted in a cordoned high security zone on Castle Drive, Osu, when all Article 146 proceedings since 1993 have been held in facilities of the judicial service. It is hard not to reach the conclusion that the choice of venue against the backdrop of secrecy of proceedings is intended to intimidate me and to prevent any citizen of Ghana from knowing how the proceedings are being conducted. The Edu Lodge facility that the hearings are being conducted in featured very prominently in the planning of the murder of judges on June 30th, 1981. And this can be read about in the special investigative report on that terrible event in our nation's history. It will be recalled that there was a Major Samakwa, a military officer who was killed with the 3 High Court justices, who was the Director of Human Resource of GIHOC. He was my uncle and my guardian when I entered the University of Ghana in September 1980. I was also living with him at the time he was abducted and murdered. Was Edu Lodge chosen for my inquiry to make me feel insecure? I think so. And I continue to hold the view that there is no reason why a judicial hearing is being conducted behind the high walls of Edu Lodge.
All right, so finally, mebo enyan for me final part mebo no pay about whether say obe resign or not. Asante yenhwe.
Again, resigning or retiring while Article 146 proceedings are being conducted to remove a judge is not an option any judge or public official can even have. There is a decided case on the matter by the Supreme Court. The suit number is J6/02/2019. Again, no one has the authority to walk away from proceedings started by the state. Judgment can be entered against you because you failed to defend yourself. And a judge who resigns or retires would still lose all entitlements that they have worked for because they failed to defend the claims and resigned or retired while the proceedings were still going on. Therefore, if false claims are made against a judge or commissioner or other public office holder subject to Article 146 proceedings just to achieve a political agenda, the solution cannot be to resign or voluntarily retire out of frustration, pressure, or fear. You would only subject yourself to 2 cruelties: a judgment based on false claims and loss of everything you have worked for. It may well be that the efforts being made are intended to frustrate me so that I resign, so that the architects of the scheme can go back into the media and say that the wild and unfounded allegations were not defended because they were true and I had no defense to them. As Chief Justice of the nation, who has been given the privilege and obligation to lead administration of justice.
All right, enti we ye mame Gertrude Isaba Tokonu. Me hu say Alhaji AR Gomda send me message. Also me can say a major general course there be a major aqua. A major aqua na ora kwesi akufu. Ono so say oye major Sam aqua. Enti me can major general dia and then e fum so e anofum or the major Sam aqua. So yedam say for the right you know Modi abayanu
no offer.
No offer. Yenu suhini say Kwaku do tamale.
Oh, nice.
And pay or me atinika. So suhini a very good morning to you. Now, and I so you say there won't we nyina no ne ɛkɔ so my Ghana mu ɛbɛyɛ den ɛna foreign investors anya gidie ɛwɔ judicial system ne mu ɛbɛyɛ den na timi aba ne saa yes
ye woni pa bi a omo ɛwɔ ma wi mu a ɔman no ho dadwen paa fra koma mu no ebi ni wo mo so ebi ni omu ɛyɛ ndisi fo Bible so okeka nanim kyerɛ nyamso mpa no so pɛ mu ahoden ndisi fo etimi yi ɔmo so Ghana de se de sido makoma so no enso ɔmo boa de hia ɔmo no nye bi ni foreign investor na asemo ɔno de obenya ne sese wo adwene ho na ya na ɔmo ya me mɔbɔ enema ɔmo start di MPP fo a kyese ɔmo nwini nkwa akiri se twede ampo Nyankopɔn to ye nyina ya nkwam ne nyina wa hodin fie na mfie nwatwe achi a ade na odi di ni nua no betimi ebi betimi ato no eno ofosu kwa cha asem ba ya na beginam kyese onu se wiase tumi nyina ye ne dia
oni mendra me hwa ne press conference no oni ma asem ba me because say I will note the wording of the press conference no because everything in that press conference will be used against him. Look, Andra, in someone not Kenya, na me taking note of all the keywords, me underline keywords, Nisani statements in Yina. Now, me say surely those words will be used against us someday.
But Nania, never ni pabi aso makasama president ni hwan hwan ya to abawi akra yehu e bi adwane e bi din sam trafo sika wi ye no ya to abawi o madwane ya tigana ha nanu ya na kufu ado abam woni ya kasama president o din sam trafo sika no o madwane o munni ho enti ene wo so abanya bana dwene ho ko kiri se ebre ye ni nkaso na dia mudi ye maami tokuno no de oh na meti ase yi aha wa baba mo so no ahu e bi amunim hunu na mo anticipate ye because Bible no kase se udi nipa bi bone na nipa no sugu nyame so a nyame betie se nipa na wo ye no bone no su na ho asotwe be ba wo so ntimo hwe
touch on this na yenko igoro say dini ye ekko
ko nkensen aka ko nkensen akwa Rollins Bruno
editor general babe
Rollins Bruno tete na tadi
so no shoulder
uzo bi shoulder na tadi
so no shoulder
ne
awa guy for jando abright here that you saw the way but I think say history will judge ye nyina ba Felix Ohusukwachi nsema enura ofusukwachi nsema enura na oka eni wagina mu edi witness asa na wo hobi asa oni mu frinchin ba me ma who say the judiciary is an extension of the presidency or me or a spokesperson or kasama the judiciary or kasama committee no the master train no on a kasama omo leading committee no on a kasama omo 4 years dear since I got 3 years 5 months 4 months any 20 days ye wa ha ye hwe nti onko so na ye di obi maame ani a ye gu nanim ase no ofo said ka mo achievement ho ebi si dan de mo de mumpuntuo se mo be claim krofo achi nkrofo ebi di hospital manage economy ne saa no ma no mu de positions no mo stand mo asene esi edu nketi ano ne nam kasakasa na ofo se o pe president dia se ni kasa yenya ma o mo adwuma mo pese o mo ya no.
Okay, madam Aseb, so how you want to me radio 95.9 movement television no twe abo apansmedu anopai ye ne honorable member of parliament for Achiasin in the Eastern region honorable Kofi Ahenkrama the donor friend chairman mafo and a veterans na ye di enkomo endra ye ko party headquarters na party no patriotic institute ho entuma be ye school a be chere the values the principles of the new patriotic party the tradition baby a party no ifri woni enipa aye party no madwuma ache they said that mbotwe no motras na mudi nkoma you realize say enne baby a party no gina sisia no party no is gradually becoming a pale shadow of itself. Because me kai say me ni Honorable Dambotwe edi nkomo or say abro e general secretary no or tin crime na ofa phone frɛ obi wɔ wa say kotumu koya adwuma onipa ne misa say sika wɔ he ne dia nso akoya adwuma ba ye na ni gye mpo say party na ma na adwuma say onye na wakwaba na odi feedback e di aba ba bi ti say bimbila na ɔkyerɛ me kwan e fa so a ene bimbila ebeye NPP strongholder Honorable Dominic Nitu atena konwa no so many years nampo oye a candidate for the PNC na du baby no hu se ne betimi win election by election na wokofa ne baye ne mpanifo no ndo be contest ye eni mpanifo bebre wutie Professor Michael Kuyendra eni mpanifo atisa no a utum se gradually no enipa eba party no no focus no esesa sika sem godfather sem and for sem eni chese eniema ehu hia ebi nso esua NDC for no ne ade e no mode ese party no enti endra Professor Kwe e the party no eyi no atudwa or the party no history nyina atudwa e mo kansen bibre but I think say very important say mampeneda kofo e kasa endra ne kasa no edoso but portion kakra bi wo hono mo a ababe ye very relevant ene nti ye beka wasem endra papa kofo esan repeat na sem bi oka bi atwam no say o say waiting oka say wo ye messenger e wo party wa ban mu a eye sense wo ye general secretary e wo position na obeso hu sa no sa asem no mu no kra na no ye cheche ma wuntumi na NPP general secretary ko ho na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko ho na omukodu na minority leader ka ho ne party mpanifo na omukodu NIB gate ano ne yesi e momuram na ka hu bondo say na Dr. Bawumia afenyo marking Jasin Kodua Chema Bugabuga any party mpanifo ahodo members of parliament na omukodu NIB gate ano na NIB before say ye mamukura nwuram enkohwe se ne ye woso no ehon na hu the relevance of President Kufuor asemo kan no say who ye messenger in the ruling party a hu onfaso esin the general secretary of opposition party. Yes. We are not saying they say they can say Kodua no hu ni faso but the relevance no ebi na matchre wi Honorable Kennedy Japan dana e chiche ma huntumi okọ Emmanuel ya kasa onyina bonten me ba to han po bi ne ko ho panifo bebre ko ho no e ma hunyina agina bonten
ko agina bonten ti say full soldiers
hunyina bonten nti e ho na be hu the relevance of President Kufuor na President Kufuor semo saka biem no say party bi abo mu pen I do baby no ye declare one party state a wono kwa ne party e wo Ghana ha and that party no and UP TPP wa hefa PNC wa hefa
ayira
enso nti bi o say MPP fon kan say obi a na ada no say MPP ntimi ngu
betimi egu
MPP so betimi egu said ya PFP ni ho ahwa no mu nyina egu abesi ene no MPP so betimi egu say na CPP ene egu no na nia ebma MPP atena ho da and say NPP members ebeye lawyer to the values, the principles of the new patriotic party. The property owning democracy, no, the center right, no, the true ideology, no, and the map party national da. Or say, ya say, bre MPP bre, ewo tribalism, ewo my ganemu, NPP tradition, no, bre ma bre wo tribalism, na an MPP atime winning out of the tribalism, na enipa biti bonkoso fo bi so e di religion e sa be kan e sa wo so nini untumi na ka bokashiri ha wo no ya the tribalism atage o e ma ojo ho anyi wo si masan kokofa religion
e be kan
e di be shem
two troubles
asantu pacho ye he papa Kufuor takria bi na yemra.
We are democratic, we uphold common humanity, so and democracy really doesn't go in for tribe or religion or gender. It's the individual. One man, one vote. And if we want power, we want to present a person who would be convincing to the generality of the electorate? Can this man we are presenting help solve problems for the community at large, so the benefit spreads across the board for all? We look at that this way. If we tell the truth to ourselves, we may see that the way we've been brushed by our opponents from way back. Oh, you are a tribal party. Oh, these days we are including even religion. You do that, and it comes from our mouths. Then I tell you, we are perpetuating Kokrodu. What we should be doing to get out of the, we are in a rut, a chasm, a deep. We are democratic. We uphold common humanity. So, and democracy really doesn't go in for tribe or religion or gender. It's the individual. One man, one vote. And if we want power, we want to present a person who would be convincing to the generality of the electorate. Can this man we are presenting help solve problems for the community at large, so the benefit spreads across the board for all? We look at that this way. If we tell the truth to ourselves, we may see that the way we've been brushed by our opponents from way back. Oh, you are a tribal party. Oh, these days we are including even religion. You do that, and it comes from our mouths. Then I tell you, we are perpetuating Kokrodu. What we should be doing to get out of the, we are in a rut, a chasm, a deep.
All right, so we President John Ajekum Kufuor, one of the fantastic president Ghana Enya. Na party no, or say onwa kendra, or say party no eburo dubu ahenso. Party no eburo JB dan kwa no mo ekofa bae no buro mo so. Onwa Kufuor party no buro no so, buro Nana Akufo-Addo so. Enti party no nye obi ade a. Enti ense party for makwan na inipa biya de bibi ese party no. Ese party no principles any values no. Ese Ghana for any MPP for isum. Said ye be ya party no emu. Eni meni mampani Kufuor eya adwen papa. Ndra adu baby no. O kasa ya fe papa say ohun se ne kasa ye tenten nanso so ka kirem emebu no. Na omuhu enema ekoso ewo manim koga ndra na me no na wo party headquarters ro.
Yes.
Mami tiwe.
I feel say enra utie meka se bibia akoso ewo party na ye. Aboama patriotic institutions na establishment nkomo ekoso eni mpeni edi nkomo no. O hwe senior professor Okui ebegina ho odi nkomo kan ye. Ne senior afenyo marking leader ono so begina ho kasa any president Kufuor ema yeti ase se unu obi wo party mu a enche se wadanfo no no or ma analogy bi me feel say obi owo MPP mu nyina se te ase o se o te bas mu na wutu kwan a na nipa na o te wo nche na wo mpe a na jeni ye 4 hours a o ye den eno a ne se wo betina ka mo maintain focus baby a wo kọ na wo kọ sa yesuba ne se ye ne ye nyi dawuro ye nyi da ase brent bi de me nto aba ana onye me candidate onye me sa suban no ye nyai uni obi a ono propaganda fragadam life no lady onu ni nipa uni ni tembia eko elections inti efutu a ode man ne se yen kan hu se wo ba ban mu a ye no ma grassroots for no beboa eno ma ni statement no ni popular statement no wa ban mu a na wo ban abana the party say who opposition inti efutu o de man say yen nyina ye mmoa yen ko back to yenchi yɛmfa yɛn ho nom Patriotic Institute no obi anko school ni bi na yɛnko sua the basis, the ideologies, the philosophy, the objectives and modernization of the MPP. Na sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a baabi a wogyina biara no wobɛtumi aka MPP ho asɛm na wa believe in the ideologies any founding fathers no deɛ ɔma kɔm ne ne yɛ a ɔma yɛ ahyehyɛ abɛduru a no bɛte aseɛ ɛbɛnya adagyeɛ ɛhu constitution no ate aseɛ sɛnea a wodi nkɔmmɔ no a woka nsɛm a you be guided nti ɛnora mpanimfoɔ a ɔmo yɛ nhyehyɛ no ɛdawuro mɛka sɛ ɔmo yɛ adeɛ na ɔmo nkyerɛkyerɛ sɛnea institute no how the youth can partake ni sɛnea enrollment no ɛbɛhyɛ ase akɔ medase
that's right.
Dawuro
Touch on this now.
And now mampani dada John Ajikun Kufuor kasa no mani atata adem kan ne say MPP nyame ahira party no pa oya MPP NDC on say NDC omuni former president you
there be so many
MPP wo mienu
wo vice president
former vice president enso ohono na nura nsɛm a former president John Ajikun Kufuor kan ye no we obi a wodwene MPP ho a efiri nura ɛkɔ no even presidential primaries edi wani yanimu kura no obenya adwensakraye ɛwɔ baabi a na ɛsɛ nka wodi wani kyire so you obi a wodwene party no na wotie futu a asema mampanin Kufuor kan no obenya adwensakra kakra ɛwɔ hɔ ɛsɛ waka nsɛm bi ɛsɛ sɛ obi yɛ ka campaign ni nyinaa na oyɛ no na wa ameye campaign a many pa baako oyɛ campaign ma MPP ne come back sɛ party ni pese ba power we ni enti na mpanimfoɔ sɛ asɛm ba yɛsɛ mi yɛnkɔ bi sɛ abrewa no am yɛ adwene wɔn wɔtena hɔ da wafa system no mu a akɔ primaries ni bia akɔ election ni bia lusu akɔ election ni bia wini abɛyɛ mampanin fie nwɔtwe enti deɛ wɔka no ɔka free the experience a wanyamu deɛ ɔyɛ a ɛbo a party no ane deɛ party ne ne obiara nso a wɔ mu ayi a ɛbɛbo a party no ɛne nra ɔde ho afutuo ɛmaaye no nam de minim sɛ ensɛm no a wɔka yɛ wi no party mpanimfo mo office party office ɔmbɛbɔ tie da bia obi a wɔ party no mu bia ɛbɛtie mampanin nsɛm a wɔka ne da bia na ayɛ akyerɛkyerɛ kwan bi de ama party no ne nkanko ebi sɛ nsɛm a wɔka no ɛyɛ nsɛm a na emu odu na aba wom na afutuo wom asie fa ɛbɛboa abɔ sima ka de yɛ akyerɛ onipa nti de ɛyɛ ana mampanin Kufuor ka kyerɛ MPP no yɛ dana se
kanea bo bɛkɔ soro by 2.45% first July kanea sabre no so no likely say because major review no ebeba in I think October October na we a minor one so October na major review no beba so it's also expected say sabre no kanea bo no ebekɔ soro ebiem nti aban papa and nti last review no ekɔ soro by almost 15% into the 2 point we ka ho a na say and number 17% and aha nti aban papa de ba kanea na tumusa na etimi akɔ nanim nti no OTV a na odibi so aden e de abo kutudwem nti asebre anopai ne wo ho ne se NPP amanyuku no MPN4 de krata ba bonten nkrofon fan hye nya adwuma yes me kra me refi say abronye issue statement disclaimer say krata e na ma bonten no o say enfree ne ho ni na ma bonten say disciplinary committee frɛ no no say onko no o say krata no enfree ne ho on trust krata ne na waboni pa mi nu din so mo na trust krata no ba ko de minim ne personally na minim say oni abronye ewo long standing issues ewo muntem ye fe no maso mahama Maso Mahama no nam say no ye constituency communication officer for MPP one of the Sunyani constituencies. Yeah wa boni din wa bo one amankwa ejarin sudin say womo na ehyaase edisa akrata no eba abonten enti no tiefo ehuma bi no omo nto sa akrata na ntwere na say party mpanifo I say nsa akrata fi general secretary nchen say party mpanifo brebi ombetu nsa afeni bia no obe appear before the disciplinary committee. Okay. Ti abronye akrata ode aba abonten eno no na mehu so otin asend message say Okuboy asem no wotwen no also pedinati
ye no Okuboy man so bi no atwen
oze ne no peti
enwa ye no Okuboy etwe man so bi no atwen ana bra
Isaac Otin
and obetwen ya tire because they no Okuboy any problem bia wa
you as usual don't be pessimistic enti no ye kan no na honorable Okuboy Andra ye kan wo ha say your friend na yensanka no Andra reach out say wate aharo martini nyina so wate enkomo na akoso ha no wate or the explanation kakra bye even though enso so e kire no nti a na se e beka wo ha because seven 24 say so otu abofra fo okuku dem no wanti a e kana bonten nti no o say nyame ya aduma next week obeba na waba ababesra nti ye behwe nanim aha de ye nti obia ye ntan obia nso ye ni obia nso eni entokwa bia
ye Dr. Bawumia camp kra bibi kona anko yi ayeka
enya na nanu ye ka esala asemi and obia ahia me ese
sala
meeting ho asema akwa ye enti no honorable Okuboy ye nchi no ye ntan no ntino say honorable divine gom ebiri ono say kan honorable helicopter ya kana say mo so baba bobo ye nti ende yeah ndc for nko asem ye ka obi a ho asem nti asem ne banko na ese ye ka be kan say
ya na abusunya ye sese ye ntemna fo ye ko ye
nti eti okay nti godon so no so nru Okuboy friend no but wanfa nti no ye behwe na ya pe ne pumasi bre na fi ye ho ba bia sunsun be ja brother ho nti asembia ni ho asembia ni ho enti ayi danse bre yenye birthday we feel na iwi a na fi wabo we so mame honorable ayi mafo enso we fi ase ene ne bidin komo na ene ye ayi birthday o ene Prof Q birthday
really
where is that
and in fact say birthday law no echo parliament ntemo a anke mane de Prof Q di ani shemu san komonya ne public holiday
emano keyepa
enti asante fa na ndia kasa eden ni kasa eden
godon me se fa ni dimble se ya
enti Prof Q member of the Movement TV ni wuntumi radio your family no or your guest ebribia itani din especially on Bitrim or your regular on Bitrim nti am sa had the movement in the morning about once or twice but nti no ene Prof Q birthday nti nyina on behalf of the movement team we wish you happy birthday na yastre Nyankopon hira no na omano enkwatenten omana kuma so ade nyina nso no embrem kama pa nti yesira no
yes
Yamisha
pa
body dia
fama enti oyobi so a ne hojo na adwene so eye adwuma adwene so ye adwuma pa
koko politics pa
enti of course happy birthday and confirm asante that say
okay asante Eric Nanakwa okan kwe north MPP secretary ene ne birthday enti Eric Nana Akwa ye fa movement television ene untumi radio so ebusuya na wa ha ni nyina
Nana Kwaku north
yes Kwaku north
constituency last time ni mu adipa Amadu Kuya Afia Kutu Fuseni and or any Kenkranti
mo
yeah
yes
it's a very tough constituency
yeah ma happy birthday so tweda mpo Nyankopɔn won koso na onhyira na dwuma wodi ma party no nya ahoden ni ho akade nyansam na dina nyema enwie mu die afi Japan ani wa Porsche Japan ani wa Porsche o asokore mampon Kumasi ene eye obedi wontumi general manager Kumasi away bus say yemfa afidie so na yema happy birthday enti Japan ani wa Porsche wo asokore mampon Kumasi yema happy birthday enti yewie yewie
enti bobo jato de
yedi kakra na fi yenhwe ne yedi ka de ani atwemu e nature medics ebusuafo yare de ye o se wonyare ya ye kan se wunhu na se kakra ya fa nipa ni so yi se nipa abre papa nature medics men kan cho se obi a wanya stomach ulcer na typhoid fever wo aduane to yem na yem ye ya wanya diarrhea na indigestion omo aduro bi a your friend gastro mixture say do say onunum bi a hawe ebefiri so ententem kra na wonsuso wanya fa ahudie na fe watumi asum oman Ghana kama monsu a oba ebia wubu nsa wote ya oba wonsabu wonsisi so oba wanya yeast infection a wo adrum de ma wo no ye friend no mensoplast mixture nature medicine drum de ma almost a problem no any mensoplast mixture we ye be ma we fi 35-40 years echo naturally prostate na shase ye kese o prostate ye kese no na affect o jonso no nti kan kwa na afaso jonso no entesa ene jonso kwa ntentem o transa na jonso de o kwa wontimi jonso e ma blada no munsa nti bre bia no enche na o kwa jonso na dwode ne ya na ahomtie pa e na sa o tika mu tu kwan tale o tika mu tu kwan kan say woni driver na naka jo say o driver mpacho mami nsi na mkoyem hu yi a wusi ya within 1-2 minutes no awie no aba enei prostate no ye kesinti no wusi a 2 minutes no kra no jonso no nyancha ase se eba na woni etika no enwinwi eba sa na o bata o sa bafruka no kra na o fere misrew o mse men kan cho se mo oduro bi friend prostaplast mixture ko pesa aduro no bi na nonom ebe yi sa ha no nyina afiri ho ama wade ho ba bia tuntu aduro bia wo kwa ka so pe nature medicine nura wo bodu kro na ibenye bi ama ho wo pe bi atua wo number 0248 77 8899 0248 778899 best brain publication oba no ngoma suama ni hia opa ene de be kase investment ya oba tan bia betumi ayede ama ne ba ama we kase we di investment we di waye na enida so da so e wo so no eye so beboa no wo ngoma sua ama ne nyina aye yie nti oba no efri keji nursery ko no nyina no ese oma no enya ngoma papa di sua de ebi se wo twa kwara no kwampa omfa so ne ya onyina omfiri ho na bible no say ofiri mo frase esua hunu twere kronkron na ebe mo hunu nyansa edwa yesa enti se wo ma oba no na hyase no nyangoma papa di sua ade a eno eboa ma na adwene mu bie ntem e ma no ngoma no eye mrema no enti best brain publication KG1 KG2 engma edisua de nyina mu obi nursery 1 nursery 2 ni nyina mu obi basic 1 to 6 ni nyina mu obi JHS1 to JHS3 enguma nkora ni disua de nyina no ye nka no maako o mu obi nti wo de so oba no free ebia nursery na KG akopem JHS3 na ope ba bia koto ngoma wodi besua de a enye yira kwan eye best brain publication Kumasi omo pankro no abedi kwan no so a La Posada Hotel echi ho no eho enomo wo won number 0507 200 0507 200 frɛ wono na enomo nkasa na kwagibus papa ma abansua de ebebo ane daachi na aboa wankasa ma investment ya wo ye no anye kwa Exodus moringa capsules ni Exodus dandelion capsules yentafo nura anope ye kan fama yade ye stubborn pa wanu no bebre wo ho nenso yade no nko wakwa yaresa bia pi nenso wo so wonko no kwa Exodus moringa capsules any Exodus dandelion capsules na fa be face no na be hunu se tumi bi dade bi twa dade mu obekọ one time ama wo nso wade wo ho ntafo durunti yenum bom yenum na no pa mienu awia mienu emire mienu na wo de wonum toaso saa ebility obi mbohunu sankyereni a ebeye ewo nipadua no mu ba bia tuntun adro bia kwa benya Ezaros moringa capsules any Ezaros dandelion capsules ni bi ato upe bi atua wo number 0544 447 033 0544 447 033 na onsoso wanye bi nafa lady clean ema amuntie nafa lady clean ena ema yidi siesie ho oba ebra hu se wo yo oba udi hu ni pa aye bra wo bu nsa oba wo bu nsa naturally enka foforo bi eba wo ho eno na se wa anhwe yi a upia bontina okoni pemu a na manfo otwe wo ho no nanso nafa lady clean na Dawuro menti ene ubu nsa saa hawo no no ateti na yefam no nyina no efiri ho nti nwa so benya nafa lady clean bi na de asiesie wo ho eno ano no wa ye free afei oba wabobra no bi akwa animu wa ankasa na emom adufei de opese wo saye secondary virgin na ne be mehia be say say we de brand new pa eno nafa lady clean ena so nya na de siesie ho bibia be ye kama ama obi ehia wa odi anigye enso akọ nti ebase oye na seri a odi anigye enso ebeye ba bia tuntu adro bia benya nafa lady clean ni bi atọ upe bia tuafo ni chemu e Nick Royal Pharmacy e Kwashima traffic light odoko kwan no so and after 0531 156 556 0531 156 556 ofra onomo ebeje oso na onsusu no wenya de ope e wo honomo na bibia aye kama opese otu kwan Eko Abruchi Institute of Expert Travel and Tour Simen Kancho so pese otu kwan kwa Abruchi ko ye djuma ko school ko ye dan e bia business bi na oye o pese o koto eja wanya kakra bi nti pese o kotwa ho kakra o man be na pese o koso pese o ko Canada Turkey Moldova Dubai Portugal Germany Albania Georgia Slovakia Serbia UK USA Australia ene New Zealand mo ene amana aka ni nyina ne tentini ne tietie mo ane se opese otu kwan kwa Abruchi na wa control no ho kyerɛw obi ntwiwuni yankobo ma na odwani akyemu Institute of Expert Travel and Tour omo beboa ama bibia aye kama enkra ha Nungwa Brigade Junction enomo kuma so mo so fly oben soja barracks wa soja fon barracks wo omo eben ho no opese ofra omo a number no 0541 265056 0541 265056 and 0594 315259 0594 315259 for one more na enomo ntwetwe nkomo na emo bi esese omo de bo bia no omo emfamwa na bibia enye yi tabia heba center na yede ani atwire tabia heba center no mo de tabia heba Mr. Aba no makacho se Ghana hope malaria duro pa eye tatahwia eye tabia so malaria bo ana echo na onom tabia ba akumienu na anko misrew wo japade a start ye o wel to ho wo sika bia betuna akoshofu ndaka de esi ho serebe ya abusua no mere because na aye critical tabia heba Mr. malaria o betini te fever betini te ehuntutuo ebi akwadwuma ba pa ase yakobro wo dware wie wonya bibi kakra di na dware wie na anom tabia heba Mr. ibia duano na de ntwe no beka se na wo twekra wo nkwadwuma da wonu mato a wontimi ni die no tabia heba Mr. ene se o hwe kira kwan ebebo papa efie bia mu anigye no ehase anadwo enti anigye na ebeba anadwo no eno na transcend isane na ebe enopa ane awia ma efiefo ni nyina nso enya saa anigye ni bie na saa anigye no nipa ba ko pa ni gina no so eye mema o mu fie ho no mema o fie ho no de obeye anadwo no a ebe ma anigye aba no ene de anigye eba anopa se be ma wanye ni ya ade kyan kwara no ko school kura na hwe ya na ne no aduane ma wo no fi se ebufu na ba to ye be ma mesro manigye mra wo fie so hwe na se wa ho de nso atia ene me kanfo tabia takum ama tabia takum ye de turmeric and flaxseed black pepper ginseng ni ginger na afrafra ye eye adwuma o mema ntinim simple nti mema mbeti ase to pe tabia he ba Mr. Ato o pe tabia takum ato a furniture drugstore pharmacy chemical shop bia okwa ubisa tabia enyebi eye common name ewo enrumu ntunya ka tabia pe wonsa ebetun bi so pe bi atua betun afra 0243 68 6861 0243 686861. High Sense home of home appliances. Me say adwin bi another Ghana for tirim say ade ane board na ye papa no High Sense for na abayi afiri ho. Enye High Sense anka mu so beto ade bi efo na so ye papa sa. Home appliances ni nyina de di kai efe de to sumienu eye papa na de twani nyina chire eye ne bo se wa hwe ya ne bo no be confuse be kasa na de we da me call store we ko bisa no msisi na we ndi se nye papa no wa hwe ya be bitu ntu pe home appliance bi ato ho de one stop shop ura ho a afa no wasu fie no kra na apa niam akogumu a bibi bia na be hia na ofie ho no High Sense ho no benye bi ato e wo ho no mo omu showrooms o ma to apeti Ghana ha be bia oko district bia oko municipality bia mu a omo showroom ho wanya showroom kura anya ba ko na mienu enti di oben so be form number no afre wo on number 0302 550 000 0302 550 000 ufra obejo so na ojo so obebusa wo se ehe na wo o ka se bia mo kokomlemle untumi radio no akiro se ne ko akire ha showroom ho no akwakoto di okoto na asomdwe aba widie ya edra ye huin ye dware die nanso nya eno no na wie ye wo widie landry pa asa widie no sei kodu ba bia se wo die unu se usomo enye yie no a wo de ko ha ne ma besesa Alouette Medical Skin Care wo mo no amde ma ye krado se widie no se kosi sei fabra ombesiesi ama ne ma aye foforo ekro pimpos na nso oban adwani mafa nti amada bia se onsane na moni muani how etetew ye tire we na okoto udi we sira wo yes still sasasa enkwa for ni chemo Alouette Medical Skin Care unya koduru ho nkoade a ensankyerani ebesisi ama wankasa wani beji papa we dey besa atoso tuntunu bayi ne ho kokwa na ni beda ho na afi bibia aye kama na wontade hyemu assassin dada no nei taking kone taking sa enkwa na wo hye Alouette nyama watunya hye mini skirt betunya twa wa we kakra na nyema nyina so ayeye akra ha uko su police station nechi a omo ba ko ho Pantan Hospital kwan so omo bi ho na East Legon na Champion Junction so omo ba ko e ho uwo Kumasi a omo e wo Patase Sheffield station no enche hwa omo number afra benya wo no 0277 580 559 0277 580 559 Yanko Clagon Spinters na odofobi asini fie eyabro sansa na efie no onwie de bibi nti ojem efom no ground floor no ye wo single room self contained ba kon and a 2-bedroom apartment and also so eka ho first floor no 6-bedroom and so o mawie nti woto efie na efom no ground floor no ne first floor mawie de aka ye de to so a wankasa ene otimu kra na osiesi de aka na chese ama bibia awie mu die ehwa a wo ensase 4 plot ewo hwa eno soso no wo mo eton enti se ope fie no se ope plot no se ope ni mienu o betumi afre 0246 683597 0246 683597 na onomo akasa eno afiri hwa mede mo beko ACP estate eno no ewo kwabenya kwan no so Pokuasi area ho eno nso so aya Franco estate no ACP estate ho ekwan no so a na fie bia kukurasi ho na autumn ohuna wa ni beji 2 living rooms, 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs. It's a 6 bedrooms and suite, 3 bedrooms upstairs and 3 bedrooms downstairs. Now, o ma siesie ho biara abema efie mutuna aya nigye aya hoto aya honka no ebi e wo saa fie ni mu. Entimi se ope efie e wo Franco estate area ho eye ACP estate kwabenya kwan so a no afre 0203 020 668 0203 020 668 and 020 302 020679 0203 020679 na ono mo akasa ebusuafo movement television wuntumi radio ye ohoma se udi dwa na wa mo ho dawura ete se de wamuna na otisum mu obi ehu nti bia emusa se de na ato na opese wadwadie ehu de obokọ ekodu wiasa fa na nyina de a movement television ni wuntumi radio ya ye krado sebra na wonsusu yemwa na wadwuma na wo ye ne entumpon amansan entunka movement television ha na wiase nyina hwa na peye o wuntumi radio ho no bi atie oba ye bebo no yabo ho devra ma ye wo kokomlemle new town kwan so free circle ene be san kwa akra new town a o free odorase ba o tra first traffic light na won sani faso be 200 meters o ba betu e wa ha no o person free na number 0509 301 0509 301 Ajia Aisha Banda ewa European market Kumasi anopay yamwachi leru
amu European market
European market Kumasi nagro
na American market de mu ni
there is American one there say we ha sec eta European market Kumasi
I see
yes
okay all right enti ye kofa enkrato aba midima fo heba enkrato aba yeba na ya to aso yeba tisia
go all the way back to about 2018. We made a Bolare interview sometime in 2018, June 2018. I took a position at the time that it should be Dr. Mahmoud Obamia.
June 2018.
June 2018. As at that time.
Okay.
I've taken a position that because Zapapano, you need to come close to him to get a certain understanding of who he is. His hard work, humility, and his understanding of the challenges of this our country, and his service to humanity and the party. I think Ghanaians would be better off when we have him as a president, and it takes a lot of effort and sacrifice to be able to get this thing done. So some of us are supporting His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Obamia, not for any fanciful reason, for the fact that maybe he's giving us money, or for the fact that he has promised us anything, but we believe that based on what we know about him, Papano Okodi Ghana Omampinia, Ghana for Behu say yes, this is somebody who has been properly prepared and ready to serve his people. Minority members of parliament, ACI, say Yatise party no NEC in National Council, ama timelines, and don't forget National Council under the party's constitution is the only body under Article 13(1) that is seized with the jurisdiction to determine the date and venue for the holding of presidential election and then parliamentary elections. So after that decision was made, as party people, we support the decision of NEC and National Council, and then we decided that now that the date has been given, we need to start indicating where we stand. So after the meeting, we are sharing. So we decided that we should go and let His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Obamia know that now that they have sounded the date, we want him to know at the back of his mind that in Parliament he has the men and he has the women. So a good number of us, later on some people were challenging the numbers, but we have said that anyone that you find there was there on his own volition.
Okay.
first no almost see your waban mu no
yes
you fipi man for
some support Dr. Bawumia
and now you can say who is in government. Nobody is in government. So anybody who goes to see Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has done so on his own volition, on a very strong conviction.
Mo numbers and you're saying yes, we are 25. Yes, we see more you're saying
as at the time I hear called Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, now you're 60.
Now we are 60.
Now you're 60.
Okay, and I'm out of the
after that meeting, the numbers have increased to about 65.
Okay.
And that is way over 70%
of the minority
members of parliament. And I believe very strongly by the time that we go for election on 31st January 2026, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia should have not less than 75% of the members of parliament.
Not less than 75%
of the members of parliament. Because not that those others who are not with us right now have thrown their support to some other candidates.
Okay.
They have also decided that we should give them time to do further consultation and then consider a number of variables. So who knows? After the period of reflection, they may come to us, and we have made a very strong pitch, and we have made a very strong appeal to them for us to have the numbers that we need to be able to make a statement that the party is united, solid behind His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And the minority caucus, the majority of us don't have anything personal against Honorable Ken Ohene Japan and my very good friend Honorable Dr. Brian
Champon
or Honorable
Educhum
Yahweh Educhum or
Honorable Patrick Boama. Now we have about 4 members of parliament and a former member of parliament.
Exactly.
And I'm my Jomo host and called Dr. Bawumia.
But you see, Ukaya 98 primaries. Now Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo, now a member of parliament. Honorable J.H. Mensah, senior minister, member of parliament. Dr. Kofi Kunido-Apreku, now a member of parliament. His Excellency John Ajekun Kufuor, now a member of parliament. But he carried the day in parliament.
Okay.
He had majority of members of parliament.
Okay.
So the party at any point in time,
ushered the best person for the job.
They don't look at whether or not anybody is a member of parliament and not say on a member of parliament.
Okay.
My very best.
So what's the share Ghana for him? Now only Ghana for Kasa. You say when Dr. Bawumia na mufi Northern Ghana free. But we Muslim. You say we Muslim. Na Dr. Bawumia so Muslim etunchen. Enipa obomudin. Do you feel in your heart say Dr. Bawumia na ye best in silence now boy and to win power for the new patriotic party?
I think that in answering this question, I need to take you back to 98 again. In 1998, Honorable Malik Al-Hassan Yakubu, former Minister for Interior, na onunane eyi Mashabegenia, Oche eyi
Yendi, yes.
He was also an aspirant at the time. Na yako tu abano, the number of votes that he got was not even up to the number of delegates from Yendi.
I see.
We are not even talking about northern
region
or northern Ghana.
By Yendi in the constituency.
Yendi.
Okay.
So we don't vote on the basis of Bibia or Friba. We don't vote because you are a northerner. We don't vote because you are a Muslim. That is 1998. 2007. The total number of delegates from northern region consists of now Savannah region and of East region. Ebro voter Alhaji Ali Muhammad.
Okay.
Do you understand? I'm not even talking about Upper West and Upper East.
Northern region.
He came from northern region.
And your Tuabano vote to Nyayen was lesser than delegate and if northern
region. Okay. What does that tell you?
It tells you, say, the party don't look for when you baby will be free.
When you share baby and free bar. we look at who amongst the lot is capable of winning political power.
And in fact,
MPP
2007, 2010, and 2014. Yere Akufo-Addo beat Honorable Alanche Martin in all the elections were Ashanti region.
Exactly. Even in the last election, in the last primaries, 2023, we had Honorable Adainimo, Kobne J. Japan, Alanche Martin, Dr. Kofi Kunedu Aprako. There were about 7 or 8 former agric minister,
Dr. Kuto.
About 7 or 8
from the Ashanti region.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia at the end of the second round got over 65% of the votes. Otiasie. In 1998, do you know who proposed President Kufuor as a flag bearer? The late Honorable Mustafa Ali Idris. I remember very strongly. He's the one that came to propose. But Mr. Malik was in the race at the time. So the MPP party is a very wise party. The delegates, those who compose the electoral college, know exactly who can give us power. We know those who have been tried and tested. Like I said, we bear no grudges to any other person, but we are very focused on who we think can get us political power. In this current time, Jidie Enise Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia any power between Anya to me Amaye. Now, if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia becomes a flag bearer, what else are you going to say about him that you didn't see in the 2024 election? Again, and now what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mo? What criticism are you going to criticize him again for? What don't we know about him?
What can we?
So, in the same way that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Baya, Obia and Kaimpose your president Kanazui, near the idea, and never be brebe I see ye. Bas branding. Obia Revi.
Sada and confirm.
Burkina Faso. Then you know, be a refi. He came in as a clean new person. And nobody even talked about Sada again. Nobody talked about Bas branding again. Nobody spoke about, Ford, Kanazui. All of them, nobody spoke about them. So, if we have a new candidate, we are now going to deal with whatever is going to be thrown at the person now. And we're going to be on the defensive. Don't forget, say, NDC Eddie Nipa for Eneba. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has been to every constituency since 2008, at least minimum 5 to 6 times. There are places that he has gone over 10 times. He's not a new person. Do you know Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? Nobody is going to say that he doesn't know Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So we believe very strongly he's the one who has been marketed way more than any other person in the new protected party. And we believe very strongly he's the one that can give us political power. So that is the position that the minority
MPs no, about 65
and like I said, currently the number keeps increasing. We have had, indication that some people from our side who hadn't decided currently have taken a decision that no, they believe very strongly that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a candidate to beat.
As a Muslim, meaning so what honorable sticker comments no, or your colleague member of parliament, meaning so you senior and I don't even at the same time. One in the call, so your colleague. Okay. What do you have to say about some more kind?
I'm saying some honorable sticker kind no. Menino akahwasem.
Okay, or personally. Okay.
And even on our, minority members
WhatsApp platform. Okay.
Yeah, we have had that engagement at that level. And now we say, whatever it is that I wanted to tell him, I've been able to speak to him about.
Okay.
In fact, there was one occasion that I had a banter with him. The following day, he called me. He's a very nice gentleman. A dear Chieno, a friend me. No catch me say, I make be Chieno. Now I'm fun a drink alcohol, but going forward he would, think about it and then he will reflect. Okay. So now Oko share and I say no honorable Stikani, honorable Samuel Wuku, ni Professor Haruna Mohammed, share our TV station to discuss the internal politics of the party. And not effect. They stood their grounds and said, they are not going to discuss internal fights of the party on radio or TV. It was when the NDC was having their own primaries, Dr. Dawuro and
Ora
Mahama at the time. They didn't bring their representatives to stations to come and matter. They come to the station just like I'm doing to talk about the strengths of their candidates, and that's it. But they don't talk about the bad side or the weaknesses, because you see, it's not her a bit in sema enfata about the other candidates. And in the event, say Omobi flag bearer, what do we do? My words will be played against me.
Yeah.
And as a member of the parliament or as a senior member of the party, I have an obligation to go and campaign for whoever becomes a flag bearer. Because what do I go to tell the people again? So we should be very mindful of our words, so that they say that cows are trapped by their horns. Go all the way back to about 2018. A friend saying Bolare interview sometime in 2018, June 2018. I took a position at the time that it should be Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
June 2018.
As at that time.
Okay.
I've taken a position that, because Zapapano, you need to come close to him to get a certain understanding of who he is. His hard work, humility, and his understanding of the challenges of this our country, and his service to humanity and the party. I think Ghanaians would be better off when we have him as a president. And it takes, a lot of effort and sacrifice to be able to get this thing done. So some of us are supporting His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, not for any fanciful reason, for the fact that maybe he's giving us money, or for the fact that he has promised us anything, but we believe that based on what we know about him, Papano Okodi Ghana Omampenia Ghana for Behu say yes, this is somebody who has been properly prepared and ready to serve his people. Minority members of parliament, ACI, say Yatise party no NEC in National Council ama timelines, and don't forget National Council under the party's constitution is the only body under Article 13(1) that is seized with the jurisdiction to determine the dates and venue for the holding of presidential election and then parliamentary elections. So after that decision was made, as party people, we support the decision of NEC and National Council, and then we decided that now that the date has been given, we need to start indicating where we stand. So after the meeting, we are sharing. So we decided that we should go and let His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia know that now that they have sounded the date, we want him to know at the back of his mind that in Parliament he has the men and he has the women. So a good number of us, later on some people were challenging the numbers, but we have said that anyone that you find there was there on his own volition.
Okay.
First, no, almost see your no.
Yes, someone supported Dr. Bawumia.
And now you can say who is in government. Nobody is in government. So anybody who goes to see Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has done so on his own volition, on a very strong conviction.
More numbers and you're saying, yes, we are 25. Yes, we see more you're saying.
As at the time I called Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, now you're 60.
Now we are 60.
Now you're 60.
Okay, and I'm out of the
after that meeting, the numbers have increased to about 65.
Okay.
And that is way over 70%
of the minority
members of parliament. And I believe very strongly by the time that we go for election on 31st January 2026, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia should have not less than 75% of the members of parliament.
Not less than 75%
of the members of parliament. Because not that those others who are not with us right now have thrown their support to some other candidates.
Okay.
They have also decided that we should give them time to do further consultation and then consider a number of variables. So who knows? After the period of reflection, they may come to us, and we have made a very strong pitch, and we have made a very strong appeal to them for us to have the numbers that we need to be able to make a statement that the party is united, solid behind His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And the minority caucus, the majority of us don't have anything personal against Honorable Ken Ohene
the chairman, ama all the constituency chairman in the region. Intimacy Eastern region in Mapa. But last elections, last presidential primaries, Namidi Dr. Bawumia year 2024 primaries, Namidi Dr. Bawumia 2025 ni umuni. Yebeko January 2026. Message in a chibi.
Okay, on safety camp.
But set me Eastern region. Obia ma me kwan se me mfa ne din tudwa. Intinu me ntumi mfa obia din tudwa e Eastern region. But I can tell you say ye ka MPs 24 no a ye Eastern region no a metumi aka che say emu be ye say anya kra no be say 18 there.
Okay.
One more Dr. Bawumia ho.
Okay.
But we be unconscious se me fan the din tudwa. Intimi ntumi mfa the din tudwa.
Okay.
Na mu pa se wo hwemu pa emu be say 18 there.
18
yeah.
Out of saying 24.
More Dr. Bawumia.
More Dr. Bawumia side.
Yes.
Majority is
overwhelming. Wow, intino and say bia yenua no if Eastern region bantino Eastern region for akudina chi debi entisa.
Okay.
Eastern region no regional yenso yesese na ehwe de eko na ehu se we na obetimi aboan nti ono na yenene beko nti sanity.
Okay. All right. Nti abuja honorable Mafo and Martinica, former deputy minister Treat, and then MP for Achiase in the Eastern region, and now pay menino AD and Komo. And our parliament is saying,
oh, parliament de boko say a honu de se no your group no mi no your majority a wonu mo eda omo adwuma no omo hunu so
omo ye de omo da
yeah the omo
as in sleeping.
Yes.
Oh, so I see.
Yeah, na ye wo minority nso a the strongest minority a ye witnessing wo oman mu sisi a enso ewo ho nti no obia guso kire ne crutch powers ewo ho nti no o parliament bibi ibia nhyedansi senra mbom na Minister for Interior the holiday assembly bebo mu a ye bobo they from the minority side no ye feel say omo NDC government no omo priorities no omo setting right the ehia no omo nye wo sisi mo say mo di 2.5% esan beto electricity so mobile mo di 24-hour economy ba na 24-hour economy no mo de beba parliament na ebobo eno na se mo akoto atwene se mo aye mo de atoba bi o se mo aye dey o na holidays ho asem
and in fact one of the major promise of the 120 days 24-hour economy they say you better take Kanye boss.
Yes.
Then for the Kanye be cry adwuma na do. And now by wutum.
Yes, cumulatively from May to 1st July na ye beto Kanye bom akodu 17%. Wow. And entino edien pa na mo ehwe. Sanitation levy ye kind of baller fee ye ira ekufuado de ba ya ebeboa na ye baller eni efia amene ye no ye tumi nye sika enough ede abo hombra ye nti se de ye get fund ye nti se de ye common fund ye nti se de ye national health insurance fund eno no fund no amanfo ne etua ye tete obi anketenkete nanka ya bono futuo ne ye de aboa na oman no ye sanitation asem ye bola ne ye finsem no ye tumi aye ho adwuma anase tumi de abo ho bra ye tumi de afankofo adwuma na nkofo abaye adwuma na ye tuomuka no mahwe se ye sanitation issues wo ho a high adwen no ebe kofom no mo baaye no se sika no mo fa ma sanitation for mo de se sika no eco energy levy obra ye se ye de se sika no ye de to ye petrol na ye beto ne so nkakra ketwa bi ye de ato so no by the end of the year no now we will be hitting over 1 billion Ghana cedis no nka straight away cost sanitation to say the national health insurance for anka omunyo musika straight away na health insurance we dey say sika no mo say mo afa say sika no mo dey here den mo say mo dey kwako supporto energy debt na ewo ho no no mu wi a masa de 17% asanto electricity so say amanfo ntua mu wi a masa akofa 1 cedi per liter asamba say eno so yentua na yemfa nkoko energy na energy ho nko an ka ben nko an wo ho ye wi a ya sada dum som nti no say o dwin we nyina ho na say wo parliament na say wo mo de sansem we ba opani sabi wo ye Ghana ni nti ebe hawo ebe ye wo ya say na de na nkofo we no mutire nti promise ya mo de ma Ghana fo no eni mo de mo no eno Ghana fo hu hiam na mo supporters de mo be ya mo de no mo ni beje no ma ka say yes your party no is in government eno pe na mo dwen na mbom sene o man no mbebu no de mo hunu bu eno ne ade a hadwen a yen MPP minority group ayo parliament no ihu ni say esese eduru ba bi a yetumi ebie ya no na yekasa na ye ma amanfo ye cheche nsemu ma amanfo eti ase no hu say look o man no ba bi a NDC for person de o man ne ko no say yan sore nyina na yan stop o ye ne onu mu kasa ya ma Ghana fo ehu a ba bi on de o man no kwako wi no emfaso bi ni so pese sie mu ba ye sa enra asemu ya mo de ba holiday mo say Founders Day no August day Founders Day no mo twem ye ni Founders Day bia
yes
nembo mo koye no 1st September mo koye no September ye Kwame Nkrumah ni birthday eno na ma enti no o ye we ya na che say adwen pona ewo chiri no enye papa o pese o che say MPP die say bibia MPP ye bia no eno no mo hu no say enye nti ya ba no de ebesisa no nti se mo ye ni se ya omanmu papa be na mobu no nti sie ekoduru se mo so mo ntanso anko awieye o mo so be free so nti mo free so na MPP so ba na mo so asanse sa no does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. Amemo tantan ben no say me ba de me predecessor na ye nyina no me twa ne nyina to agu na me ma be ye me de foforo nti ono so ba no so betwa bibia to agu na eno no adwen sa adwen we no me hu ba bia sa nkofo ko fa sa adwen we say e ba no en eju obia wo adwuma mu bia e bia ye fa no be say year ago 1.5 years ago 2 years ago bia me pam wo mu nyina fi adwuma no mu me yi wo mu nyina adi na me de me nkofo abahye
and they acquired the Bank of Ghana
good me de me call for akushim na Bank of Ghana me yi nipa 100 aden because sanko for no nipa 100 na me yi omadi no won mo no enema bi o ho a me yi a won mo ni me nya adwen nti ebe ha me
yi omo firi ho
me ba ye no eye chief justice awo ho me yi na firi ho because bia me de niema be ko me court na Supreme Court ho no ono na oye presiding judge awo Supreme Court intino ebia ensem a me de be ko no enye nsem papa embremu no emfa intino ese me pese me ye buga dia ese se me yi onu free ho na me de die me ye buga no a obaji atumu no eba ena ono anso na obe judges cases abeba no ono an obe select judges abedi cases indino obia judges obe select no omo enkonkodi asem no mame na wo de wasem court na wasem na eda na wo hwe judge say obedi bia we papa sesen judge no we papa no we papa sesen we papa say wo wasem na nye de krampo a obeka say ede eno na nti do we papa no wo de ne say wo de wasem akọ wo wasem no feel say eye hwe say de si edu nkati akogina eye Supreme Court hwe onkuta paper onkuta hwe ndi eno sa no na je say wo pe chief justice a obeka say onkuta paper wanfa bibia ma evidence bi enkuta enso asem na wo kan magia tum
wanfa pin sheet ma wanfa hwe ama
nti no magia asem na tum sa nipa no eno oye judge papa na ase den sa nipa no oye judge papa nti no ye ekwan bia so esese ye pamo judge no efiro na ye kofa ye pam ye chief justice no fio na ye kofa ye chief justice edeneba na se o ba bebu o man na kwan a ofa so a wo bebu o man ni a na ede na o pese o che de o pese o che nse enye o memo nti na o ba se de wo pese wo benya de be kwa wafa no eno kwa ho na wo ba bedwe nze o ene sade a na che se o man no abana ye toma wo no na fa so bi eni so because ye to abama na wo ba omo ye adwuma no a omo Nyankopon ayo madom adwuma ho aye din na omo nya bia ye no o pa omo nyina afiri ho na wo akofa wonkofo aba enti se won so waban no kwa enti mfie na obedi nkofo ade omo ba ye no do be hye adwuma mu no aban foforo no so omo oba na oyi wonkofo na adi a ebe ye oda na se enye wode enti sa na ma we nyina emfa so obi eni so eno nkire se ubu oman wo oman ye wa self interest in any party interest inti na ye ne sa na eye omachitafo no eye NDC chitafo no eye omode eye wode ne no ochina ebe ye onyo
honorable semu wo parliament to say na no ye de judge for modi judge for mi na na kufa judges mi enu eba ye Supreme Court mo veti o mo wiye na ebedu floor na NDC fo ampene mo anyi mantum reason is say mo park court omo ba yi no mo de enson ebe ka ho na ade ba parliament pa na munfo aso na muni numbers am betimi de asihu kwan no eya na feeling it saying
no feeling e bad enu nti na de bia e kan say say wo ma me nkwan ye de krampa eno an nkwan a wo eno na ese o ma oni so enti no se on party no emfa ho ne de ebia ebesim nkofo adwen ye omo anase de nkofo kika ho wodi ane MPP ene eba ye si yi nkofo adi se NDC ni kura wo ho bi na onya akwanya no bi ko adwuma no mu ne yi na di a obetumi asa afa akwan bi so asa akọ eme ya fa na adwuma mu ba wo MPP ni de ye mfa adwuma mu bi what mase ye mfa adwuma no bi enti no se ye ka stre ye nkofo se eduru abato a matin makao ene we anye mi sei enti mi nye sei no emwa enne na ebi obi bro ni aba o tira nso bro ni beba enti party na wo mu no emfa ho se enne no ebia obi akasematia wo obi anya de a eye ode enti no wodi ebufuo mento aba enti wonto aba yi sesie yi confirm yenu a ede omkoi esansa ne ye number no eye ba ko pe na ewo mfimfin enti no se baako ama saa nipa baako pe no wa ama adwuma na te se ye ni omu nyina no omu number no aye pepepe na ye 137 137 137 138 ndi se baako ama na kwa 137 se kwa 137 137 parliament wono se to aba na se paya na te se wa wode wasem baaye no ya to wasem na to atwene ndi no wono always no o disadvantage because out of 3 no wo de ba akopɛ ne wom either say wo de no wo be lose ana say wo be win but the opposition no a ono ni number no say wo de no ono no obetumi enyamienu because se koba say ye to aba no na se paya wafa onya dodo nso a wafa
ɛna ɛhyɛ pipe yes wasɛ no
paya wasɛ no na se wafa na je se wa
nya ne awoba open no
wa ya ban no lusu ndi na nya pipe na wa lusu ɛna se onya no number no dodo nso a no no so awini
yes
wo ndi wono paya wa wini owini so a wa wini
wo de this parliament na me hwa ani mu se mo benya numbers na ma tua ndc for ne omo de ye mu fie na no so ka esa go ba ni say
and make say ya dey pay ho ani so what I say because I say ensem bi o ho a minim say bi a entiase na enya adwuma enu nti na mimi say no me eye me depa say ye school no beba so na dodo no a atumi nya ntete omunya party no ntete ne nima bi o ho a ye nyina yate ho ase o if say party a wo mu no enye de o hwe nyina na obenya bi o ho a de o hwe no onsanka bi o nso a de o hwe no kra no ubenya nti se na etie bia no isan se wo abusuan mu no de esese abusuan no kwa ukobi oba ubebi bibi abusuan ye bia no enye ni nyina na be ye ofe nyini nyina na be ode ye fie kra mpa ye titi mu kra mpo no enema bebre wo ho a wo ye papa no kra no nye nema ni nyina na wo ma no be ya wani je ho ena wo a se wo ya kwara nso a wo no ma wo papa na wo ma metia enye de ombe ye nyina na ebe ya ma nanso wontumi nka se abusua no wafirim wo ye ne se nye ye ena wontumi nko bibi ntia abusua no isan se wo ma me ana wo papa de omo ye no enye wo de wontumi nye ne saa nti no saa na party no so etie party na ye abusua wo de ho bedomo a wo ye busuani prekope nti bibia ekoso bia no wo ka ho bi nti wontumi nka se bia obi didi ina ekom di obi ya se obi didi na ekom di obi nanso eno nkyere se esese wo ma ade ni nyina egu efise se wo ma ade ni nyina egu a wanhwe a na de ba beto no kra no esen de wo wadwen ye o nti no bibia ekoba bia no ne papa mu ena ese wo hwehwe ema party no because ba ye no ena ye nyina ye bodompim ena ekokoto aba no ewo ye various constituencies a enka ye nya emadodo parliamentarians do a ye hwehwe no ke benya ena asenya presidency no but they say ye fan say obi na edidi ame nti but de bia na me ka say ofo obi ho obufuo efise bia wadwen o se nipa no didi me a nema mienu bia ye no cross nipa no didi ame bia na ye no kre na say ye no kre say wo didi ame a wo de wo ye no entumi stop na didi no entumi stop na didi no ena ebi sumpa na enye no kre na ye wadwen say wadwen na ye osa na say wo say the whole thing no ama abomu nyina but the wo wadwen ye no enye sa na ti ndi se wo didi mpo a enei wo nya bibi papa wo party ni mu no a ebia wo hu kwan kron be fa so wo benya sa de no ene no wo mu edidi wo mu say ye wo position de but ono ne ho nkyere no
omu enya bia abra party no aben mu no
yes ne ho nkyere no electricity obetumi etua water obetumi etua ne ba ko school obetumi etua ono opese ko holidays obetumi etua enti no we nyina no obenya obekoso anya enti se wo fan se wono no ehu ahinti won fkoto aba no wono ebia ejuma a wonu abinya ye no yapambu nua no abafie yapambu nua no abafie no ebia na nua no so ko be support on kakra owo ejuma no be support on ene yapam no abafie nti wabafie no obeyede na obenya sa support unya enti no se wo dwendwen we nyina ho a na se wonya bibi efi mu se no se na tie dia ene sɛ ɛbɛkɔ gold enka enye den enka enko kona sɛ ɛbɛfiri yensa na opposition enya de ene yentre mu saa na ebia na obi wɔ hɔ a obehu ye mobo anase na dwen bɛbɛ fie ema niema bi a ɛsɛ wɔyɛ no wayɛ de aboa party no de aboa ban
wo de watena party ni mu ache various positions adentina party wa ban mu a party ni ma entimi mu ho ada bia ebi besu na obi anya bi otimi so nipa we die anka oyɛ well to do kakra resources kakra ba so mfa mu afoforo no na wasen afa na nkrofo di yaw na niti nkrofo atena se ankoto aba esi 2008 at 2014 2016 yasan atena ho ama besa beto MP before 2024 ona bo den ne ma ne basa
ni nyina na ɛyɛ nhyehyɛ bon sɛ party no eba aban mu a obia de ne ho hyemu bi buna ye nyina yɛ adwuma nti yɛ adwuma ne yɛ yire ho na sɛ party no yenya tumi no a ana ekodi tumi no kodi nye nipa ni nyina nsɛm na tumi no kodi ekodi nipa kakra bi nsɛm enti no sɛ eba sɛ ya anya nhyehyɛ papa a party for no ebinya mfaso a de ede ba no de tumi no enipa no a tumi kodi o nsɛm no wɔn mo wɔ asɛdeɛ sɛ ɛsɛ sɛ wɔn hwɛ ema party no party for egyina yie na ɔma mufo no enya bibi papa firi mu no sɛ wɔn so ankɔyɛ nipa a sɛbi wɔn adwin nipa ho bibire a ɛno so ɛde ɔhawba wɔn nti saa nneɛma mmienu no etumi de sɛ yɛanyɛ nhyehyɛ papa amfa nkɔfo a wɔn brɛ ɛde etumi no baayɛ ɛho a ɛno no ɛde ɔhawba because wɔanyɛ nhyehyɛ papa a ɛde nyina so na wɔde ɛdi gyina so ɛde aboa nkɔfo ɛyɛ nhyehyɛ papa a wɔbɛhyehyɛ no ɛno na wɔde bɛgyina so ɛde aboa nkɔfo ndi sɛ wɔanyɛ nhyehyɛ papa a ontumi nya nyina so bia mfa emboa nkɔfo ɛna de toso mienu sɛ nipa no nso a wɔn mo tumi na bedi wɔn nsɛm no sɛ wɔn nso anye wɔn adwen sɛ tumi no ɛnyɛ yɛn kwan na ɛgye yɛde dɔm na ɛgye tumi no nti baabi aduru no ɛsɛ nyinaa yɛ boa na ɛdɔm no nso enya mfaso fi tumi na yɛnya no ho a sɛ wɔanya saa nipa no nso a ɛno so de ɔhawba nhyehyɛ papa bi a obɛyɛ bia no ɛyɛ nipa na ɛbɛyɛ man nhyehyɛ no de ɔde nhyehyɛ no bɛyɛ adwuma nti sɛ wɔanya nipa papa a wɔn mo adwen ɛwɔ party ne so na wɔn dwen party ne ho a ɛde ɔhawba ɛfrɛ sɛ nhyehyɛ a wɔbɛhyehyɛ no nkɔfoɔ no saa nkɔfoɔ no wɔn nni nhyehyɛ no so na sɛ wɔanya nkɔfoɔ a wɔn bɛyɛ nhyehyɛ papa na wɔn asan di nhyehyɛ ne so ɛde aboa ɛma temamufoɔ no ɛne partyfoɔ no enya baabi agina ɛde ɔhaw bɛba because fan say open nkɔfo akɔyɛ adwuma nti nkɔfo na apɔn akɔyɛ adwuma no o party fo no wɔ hɔ but wo no akɔyɛ na abusuasɛm akɔyɛ ne namfosɛm nti nkɔfo no a wɔn mo bɛboa ɛma sɛ wɔkyena no yɛ pretumi yɛ botubo yɛ wɔn bɛbɛ du wa ma wɔn mo anya ɛsɛ adwuma ne bi anyɛ ɛmo mo anya baabi anyina wɔ aban no mu a wo botubo yi na ɔmo bi anyɛ so wɔn nso a wɔde adwuma no bɛma wɔn no a wɔn ɛnka tuboifoɔ no ho no wɔn ntia nneɛma na ase
wɔn ntia ase
because sɛ
wɔn nim nipa kora ebo tubo na waba no
dabi ɛna ɔno no nso no ɛnyɛ ɔno ebi a ɔbrɛ wɔ party no mu ɛna yam pagya no abeduru hɔ ɛna wahu saa ayi no ɔno deɛ ebi a ɛna sɛ na damfo nie ni nuani
na konta bi
good
na sibi
akonta for krampo na ya no ha
omo ahini ona bo kan sa
me kan say omo ahi omo ha adwen pa
any guess ni boys crofo guess ni crofo boys
say eno na akonta no empra akonta wo ho ena aware nso akonta wo ho akonta bia ya akonta enti ono no obemu sa de a eno de enkoyie kura
enkoyie
because ono no onte wa onhyehyɛ na se
onim ho hwe
kura no ena de oye bia mfa ne ho nti so onya kokotena ho nkwa de a wote hɔ a o ba ne office kura mpo a nna se ye beka chen se nipa smesi a obi se hwan ne nipa smesi ni this ohun
but can the party ever put a mechanism in place ebetimi dey solve some problem once and for all.
Yes, we should because to see no bibia pointed to the fact say our people were not happy. What you say?
Yes.
Yenkofo no na womani anye amemu no sene isi koe no ho. Dodo no ani anye ho. Nze dodo no ani anye ho a na unya kwanya no a wo ese wo hu se womani anye ho first na enunti ede oye ne bre wo no o se wo ye bibi na se womani anye ho bio a ebe sa de oye ne asa aba bio ndi se wo mpese sa de no be sa to aso bio dia ene necessary wo no de baabi a uduru ye a wo wote na wote hweye no uduru ho a onantie no wo be ye den wo be hwe ni ye nti se ekoduru se nyankomo aye adom na se yetumi anya tumi a ase se yedi enipa a wono mo enim party for ehu ade ye no wo mu na ese uyusu omu
minim se wo kan nyina obi tifi o se o we asemo no abo kan omba ba mu sisi a ombesan yiri se
yeah na se wo ye ne won de wo mu ni se de wo be ye bia no edawanim etwen wo what I say de wo be ye bia edawanim twen wo wo mu se yewura ekufado we wie emfie nwotwe no a ye de ma no we wie ema akofie de nanso no senka na ne party ene wa ban mu a anka me feel say ahoto a wo sesie no anka be ye more than de wo ni sesie no but this say ne party ni power say e ban say ye friend nkofo ye tata ne nkofo ye yiwe die say wo ye nipa wo
yes
ha no pa ena minim ye wura kufu adon so enima bi say no ha no pa say bia ne nkofo ye tata wo mu ye ebe ha no
especially say onu ba ya nkro MPC kura no ma gi double salary record o ho cho
na ne nkofo a omu wa adwuma mu genuinely omu anya adwuma ye ne tata wo no ebe ha no enti no se ekoba se ye pene se ye de ye ba betena so emfie kakra bi ni asore ko na ye etu ye
ni asa party ni bench
na se ya sa akọ prayer akọ sweaty abrea ansa ni asa ba bio a na se sa na MPP ye peno dia ene sa na ye benya no ba se nye sa na ye peno dia ene na se ye sisa ye suban ene ye ni ye si nya ban mu etena if se na wo kan no akomprenu imprenu ni nyina no ye nkofo no ene nkoto aba good ye nkofo no de ebufu ankoto aba na fise ye nkofo no ewo menasepo ewo aban no ho nti enam so nti na o man nkoto aba no but the tosu bi onso ni say ebi oho a ya na menasepo no enhyeda enye ade a ewo substance but on say yes na e kan na esi na ka na o go so hwemu a otun say ye wura kufa do bae no obo modern say anka party no de obema party na gine yie nanso un say enema bebre wo ho a party for no nanka omo hwehwe a eno so omo anya omo ehu enti no ema party for no hu ni say baabi wa amon hu boden enso no so no trase no no ka niema a woye ya otun say obo modern ni nyina ni say the communication was also not there. Ni effective communication between the government and the party. Nti basa the abane ye no ase party no sheda enhu ni yi ena ya ka ho asem ema party fo atiase.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Nti basa na the how
aba. All right. Abusa ni chairman Mafo, honorable member of parliament for Achiase constituency in the Eastern Region AD Enkomo. Chairman, ya waka nyina no. Se wo tie in with Ndra Jumedi Ekoso headquarters. CAT Patriotic Institute, a school for the party no. Do you think sir institute ni betimi solve sa problem ma ye kan wasemi?
Ebetumi pa, ebetumi. Ohun, ewo mu say, o fa ne say, o fa DC for MMDC for na dodo na no omo ye actors
be a party executive,
yes, political actors and sana omo babeje positions no, but kofo bebre nso complain say with all their standings in the party no omo baaye no omo antumi amana manifeste eno omo aye ubisa ono so a DC no so a no ye constituency chairman na constituency secretary no ono so be kan yinti a ono so wantumi anye de wo hwehwe no but se funny say CCA agent say ye be say ye step up the party's activities na the party's ideology nso yetumi ede ehye nipa no mu a the best place no say yebetumi akọ yebetumi bi school no na school no ede na ebe kyerɛ se na party no ho asɛm na sitie ebe kyerɛ se na wo party no mu a de se wo expect ni de eni se wo ye na wo party no mu a ekwan a obefa so a wo ne afoforo be di nkomo afa party no ho se wo party no mu a se aye baban mu a se na ɛsɛ wo ne ye a wo be ye ene eniema ese wo ye ebeduru ba bi kura no se wo kɔ se yenya aban no party no etumi yire no ho ne wonya tumi aban tumi na ye hye aban amamuo na se a se wo ba kɔgye position a ensese ye hu se ampa wakotru the school ema wonya ntete every school no mu ye party school no mu ansana ye be ma okwan ma wo aba ye
at any level
ye be ye ne sa adentia if is say woko school no mu a woko school a wo benya ntete ewo ekwan a ye faso ye MPP no ye faso ade ba kwa ye hye ne nso pa ne say ye MPP party we no se wu yi party miensa ewo Africa 3 parties in Africa 3 parties they can say political parties in Africa untumi nyi 3 no a MPP enka 3 political 3 most influential and
traditional and
political parties in Africa
traditional party
yes ewo Africa untumi nyi miensa onfa MPP party ninka inti ne se yetumi edu sa level ne dia na se yetumi ema ye nkofo no etumi nya entity bi MPP party a broad based party obia wo Ghana ha bia na ni je se o pese o join MPP bia no o akwanya se o be join na wo join ni wi a ese se yetumi de wo fantity emu na wo hu party no ne ni so ade hu ni enti party no ekwan ya wefa so a obe ye member of the party any sane mani nyina ene kwan obefa so a obetumi ni afoforo di nkomo communicating for the party is equally important ebema say ugina ba bia not necessarily say sebi ubenya akwanya say o ba begina radio so akasa nkwa eno nkwa na net say o communicate ama party no o call from crampo grassroots to polling station level no e na obetumi ni o party for no nkomo be na obetumi ni party for anasa o man for
but onim ya be wo ha no obi afro na me tena trotro mu propaganda bi o mo ye no na me se me from mo nyire mu hu na me bi sa nipa ne se na wo te trotro nim na nipa mo ye bi abaye duminu na motim na nipa ne ye propaganda na waka won no tumo edin ni wasi na wo frɛ me se me menyire me ho nti me nkɔ hwɛ wo trotro no nipa atim na me nkɔ hɔ ana because sanka say na we a party baba trotro no mu na nkrofo propaganda should be able to defend the party
on say on to blame no wholly because ebia onim se na yesese woka what I say ne condor party no ne were party ni mu ne o party no ho do nti odi party na chi baba to toma party no wawie okofie asembie ni ho se party ni ba no oyen hihye papa onim so ono so ebenya ho mfaso nti wawie but eno no nko ano entumi emma party no emma abamu ebribia if it's a party no ense bia open asem na wodom no nko ano eno nko ano etumi ma party no se okọ South Africa ANC emri bi ba ya na ANC ye to aba ema omunya no ene na 80% ne ade wo na wo mo ahwe party ni yi ema amanfo eni anje party no nti na nsen aba wo mo to ye no they had to form an alliance with another party and sana omutumi aba aban mu on baby o mo free o ma aba behwe ni nyina ne se nkɔfoɔ ntumi ndi party no ho adanse yie nkɔfoɔ enim kwan bɛfa so wontumi mfa nkɔfoɔ ana saa time no a 1990 no a Mandela bae no a no mo ho no a no mo te nneɛma bi ase no wontumi mfa ɔmo ma metoto ɔmo ɔmo ho and 1990 ba besi 2000 and ɔmo say last 2 years no mo yɛ no sen about 23 years with no obɛde na obetumi de atoto ho because obi a ɔkwakɔ to aba no ana wadu nim fie so ɔkɔto aba no o ka Mandela din a ɔno de ɔdwea ne say oh Mandela was once the president of the Republic of South Africa ɛno apɛ ɔnka bibia bi so ate ase wobɔ adubo ahedin a de obi bɛka wɔ MPP mu ane so adubo ahen ɔna nanka wo ba be di president aman 92 ɛna wantumi awi de obi abɛka no but the kwan a adubo ahen fa so a obedru level na no odu kwan a saa mpanifo selbi no mu
Dr. Safo
Adunu mu enyina eboae no obi kran wo party mu a saa din a mebubo ikura no obi se eden ni Darocha ogboni din a on se tane mani nyina no sabre no a na Darocha no mu eye mpanifo a no mo wo party no mu no sad bre no etwem nti wo mo a ebe kire ya wo mo na sisi a ye wo mo so ye pray say wo mo so ba be ka party no ho no they don't understand or they don't know about this and nya afi no kwakọ kan history what I say enti no ye nya no but say koba say ye nyina ye adwen say school we a ye de abai ye nyina ye be hwe say ye be nya ehon faso a we nmu nyina no e be san ba bio ye be ti ase.
So he were a very interesting question. Say, boss, won't that prevent some of us, the upcoming politicians who want to learn about the party's values? I see big men joining the school just to get appointment in the next MPP administration, preventing up and coming ones from getting the chance to enroll in the school. Please ask him.
School now, and yes, sir, you are selecting cophobia, woman, the Beko school. No,
okay,
there be. We MPP ni nkwa na o pese wo je party ni tete ya akwanya no e wo ho mawo e na ye wo ne levels nso enti no sabe party we ya e wo mu ye wo ka se big man a menti ase big man no e ye obi a e bi a wakwa abato na ye de ya fa no se ono na woni anim ono e ye big man e na obi nso a ya appoint no say won hwe na wonwa ne yenye party no ono so ye big man na won so a party no wudi akire no won so wo ye big man nti media mi hu big man kro na appointment no so no say wo ko school no wie no apɛ no wa wie school nti no na ya be ye minister there be o caliber nso no e be kire na appointment nso de eni faako me kasem we na ye nyina ye de ya hye ne nso won embra ye call election 2024 no ye raba omia e de asem bi etudwa na asem no de tudwa no nkofo anfom adwe ankoso yi papa na ne no na mahama baayi ni ye ne niema wo ye no na ama nkofo ahu se na ye wo asem papa bi wo ho a na esenki tiefi ye raba omia ho ne enti asem ne se on se me ba constituency bia no make sure say emu nipa 10 there yetumi ama on baabi agina ewo amambo ni mu indi se kobasa sebe eye ebasa eye across the whole nation no baabi a enipa enya adwuma ewo aban no mu na eno no ebetumi aboa ema eye constituency no ni mu nhyehyeye no akoyie efi se untumi nka se ebi achiase yenya obia se asem backrampa ye be Kwaku kire no se yenya MP wo NDC ni nti ye ni MP a ye betumi akokan asem kire no o se obema 10 appointment na 10 appointment no wo fa fi constituency ni mu nti zo fa fi constituency ni mu a e de na eche ni se wama constituency no 10 slot say won mo mbra ban mu no mo so emeye adwuma ma ban no eno no yewura mahama bae no ehun kakra no opon because enye na idea
when you implement it,
yes,
obi send obi answer a question no. Osi Kwaku, good morning, former DC. I don't know say somebody didn't do that there. Osi, please tell honorable that MMDCs couldn't take care of the grassroots because you don't pay an MCA 5,000 cedis a month for now 3 years. Award all contract in Accra.
Yes.
And pay 25,000 Ghana cedi quarterly as District Assembly Common Fund. And expect that person.
225.
I said 250,000. Okay, sorry. 250,000. And expect that that person to take care of the party as expected. As we speak now, the NDC is paying not less than 25 million Ghana cedis a year as District Assembly Common Fund, when our government paid less than 1 million as Assembly Common Fund. For the MMDCs, I don't think anybody can blame them if any in any shape or any form. And all day abba. And
yeah, oh, Nasam na okano. On say yana ensem bi ohwa wontumi enka bontin na nasem na oka no ebie ni ho a enye nokre because sem nso meni won mu ena ye adwuma nti minim se ne omoka but ye de besi eho a enu nti na meka say yes we be expect say since omu ye political actors ansa na omba benya such positions you know. The expectation is say
abua
but ubehwemu no omo so ewo
adie firi surubete bayira humamu a
mintumi nka
na ma bayira mu akese no
mintumi nka bibia ewa ha eduru ba bia nsem bi wo ho a sebe nsem a edie bufuo beba because we are in the process of reconciliation in the nsem a ebesa hye enipa bufuo bebre no. Looking at entina me can say mahama bae no enema bi o ho a yewura baomia eye se o de beba no enu bi no esan say wonu hu ni say yenti no wo implement bi ye de bae no ye defie na wonu na wo implement and it means say ye boa yewura baomia say mahama krampo a onu nso sa daye no etumi aye ene wo hu say decentralization no the best way to go because so what to me enya this number of seats our parliament there and the best thing for him is to decentralize political system no and no nebeboa and I can tell you say yempo de ne de senyame ya adoma ye beye no better far better because nanke ye starte na implementation no and na anyi anka 1 million per constituency no was an ideal solution but nanka
problem we
nanka it's a say anka a year for both the MP and then the assembly and the account ho abom and omo aye I am making sure say 1 million per constituency no etumi akwa ye adwuma no but implementation na anyi and no nche say we can reset it we can and we can and we should and no between aboan because the way to go at this time pa say ye per se ye power no ye tumi kutemu ye pa dia the way to go is to make sure say we have a total decentralization.
Okay, obi send a message from Keta or say or send a mechanic or say Keta no import we gina ho party executive gina ho pa ni ye bo party ye musa kron kasa no akana no atum ti ofo se kasa na bebo Benjamin Danso wo Birmingham UK onu bisa se Osidero, how do people register for the Patriotic Institute and how can those of us in abroad benefit from the school, or they will have an online studies for us in Benjamin? I think that the details will come later. Antira said, please ask your guests what have they put in place to avoid infiltration of their opponent into the institute. Until Randy and Miss Fo said, obi antimi nyahu bibia o this general secretary na so be ba be su MPP values so usuana ebi a wunsuan wie no na wadane MPP ni Ankara KT set or say from how this MP is speaking, we have to use Nana Kufuor's advice of having a think tank to help us. Clearly, our MPs are more informed than our communicators. We have to make the communication department a team headed by a researcher supported by the think tank and ono nso so the message of say the everybody nti man paniko for kind say party ni nipa edwene for the party ni nipa edwene for the party nti see nya omo ebedwene for the party na omo abosi. Good morning Daru. Let me draw your attention which among is correct. Okay, but when I'll attend to that one later. Na yashe. But on mafo, who said this week, and I like last week in Pana. Last week, a team of MPs, Ekosra Dr. Baumia. But you now count.
Yeah, me count.
Okay. Na moko say moko declare support ana ensakeke say moko tiano.
Da be yen ko tia no keke. Baby a edru sisi no on say eye abato bre no na edru su no. Sisi no de ewo mu ni say ye po bi obetu franka ama party no. Very important to say yinyina ebeti ase say ye po yempo asisi yenya franka tuni e de ma party no. Enti no ekwan bi aso no nkofo bepre se omo pese omo enya sa akwanya no na yen MPs na ye call Dr. Baumia ho no yen ya dwen mu no ye hu ni se Dr. Baumia enna se sama no akwanya se untu franka e ma party no a ebeboa yen if se ni nsem keka ni ye ene niema odigu akwan mu no ye hwa na wo hwe kwan a NDC faso a omubu oman no a na otumi hu se Dr. Baumia nhye na ode aba no se ye nyina ye gitum na ye boa no na ye yino se wono na wontu franka ama party no na enam so no konye tumi no amamu ni nyina tumi no a ebetumi aboa Ghana for na aboa MPP enu nti ya ye koye no ya na ye kan hu bom eye me ne Hassan Tampoli ene eye Amprechum ene nipa kakra na ye kan bom na ye yankofo no bi edi nkomo a say ye pese ye call ye adwuma ma Dr. Baumia.
Also ye one of the coordinators.
Yes, medium ye campaign member of Baumia's team.
Oh, okay.
Yes, both in parliament and outside parliament.
Okay. Enti no honorable Marfo and joining the Eastern agenda.
I know you dey no. This agenda na.
Oh, unti say me can sama o address you know.
That's one can Eastern agenda because
I say even so Eastern.
Yes, obi fi Eastern but the no nche say Eastern region and na yen ya kwakotena se ne aka say the nipa smesi na eba.
Okay.
Enti na me ka tell say so ohwe mu a nipa almost about 18 people
from the 24
yes,
MPs.
Omo edi Baumia chi. So ohwe yi no krampo a video no ne ade no a na me ka say obi ama me tumi say me fa ne din tudwa me tumi fa obi din tudwa me de me ba hai me mama ha say me ba be kan Dr. Baumia asem na so esi answer me wo Dr. Baumia ho no de say wo de ho asem ba de me meka bi but anya no nti na mo frɛ me
there be
say da ko mo frɛ me say me mra na me di Dr. Baumia ho adanse a eno no meba na ma ba be di no ho adanse na me wo gidie say nipa dodo no nso adwen ti say de me adwen no a ye fa Dr. Baumia nko enti na nipa na ye call Dr. Baumia fie no ya na ye ka kire ne say ye pese ye ba besra no na ye de ye no ya kan ho abomu a ye MP sa ye pese ye support ne bid no from baby a ye wo no as
enye leadership na shame
na leadership no say o mu ntumi nhye obi asa ye wo de leadership betumi ahye won say caucus meeting say caucus no pese take decision a leadership and a clear direction no na obi aka na dwen ye wi a leadership abon no tofa na ye de aye adwuma but say kofa say ebia interest obia ne personal interest individual interest there leadership no has nothing to do with it and a leadership entumi nka the leadership between aka ne say mama ye careful say ye nkokeka ye ho because we are internal elections as new patriotic party ye wi a esese nyina ye kan ho bom ne ye adwuma de boa party no ndima obia nkonkogina baabi no nkoto ayampia nkoto obi pin pin ntumamu pin a ebema ohaw abre nipa no a mumienu nyina no muntumi mfa nche mo ho ewo bra muguso politics enti eno no de leadership eni ebetumi adi san komo no Nemum leadership ntumi nka say kona ko because leadership no obi enim obi adwen obi enim baby obi ejina nti obi ntumi nka say kona ko jina ha.
Okay. All right. Me who send crofo bebre send messages about the school. Obi bi say how many years no di be wie. Obi bi say o lo metogo be den wa join obi crofo bebre enti mesremo. Honorable Mafo enye part of the school for now. Enti e be general secretary and I say whoever will be in charge of the school no. Na yet na ba no be proper education, any explanation of what you need to be at the school and now how long it will take you and we are qualification obenya and all that now yet me the one somebody about
me srewa me da manfo ase say one we say there's a renewed interest in MPP as a political party and a manfo also condor say woman ebe ye party ni inti no messages a eba no eno no chese nkofo so etie nkomo ya yedi ntina na me de bia me ka se wo kotena radio so a na wo kasema na wo kasema kire nipa na wo kasema obedwomu a ese wo ma wasem no ejiri yie ema nkofo etie no enso eni wo ebekọ wo ne wonya adwen kra mpo a womo be den womo no obekọ ono matie wasem no nti we a aba me so me free hakoyi at 3 o'clock ye committee or head office nti mebo modern say me ne ye yewura kodua ebedi nkomo say asem na odi tu dwa no ye coin na ye bobo ho no nkofo ewo interest wo mu pa nti say obeye no say obeye no national exercise no one move because it's the MPP because it's a broad base in intino bebia wo memu ha no ye wo MPP wo ho intino wo be fa kwanya we so na wo de aye exercise na wa mampanifo chirechiremu akofom akochirechiremu to the polling station level obi ebeti ase a ankebe boa ye nyina se ne be ya nkofo a wo mo interest say ompeso mo sua party no ho eno nya nimdie wo party ni mu no wo mo benya akwanya na enkoye te se obi beka se mente minim se ne sitie ese se obi ete na obi ehu se ne sitie na mas obi se opese ode ne ho dom a wotumi de ho adom because ye nye no keke ye se ye bepese ye nkofo ebenya entete ebenya suahu every party ni mu
what's more kan ye no kran obi ka se mi kire me a typical example yet say sa data National Council say National Council yes say subject to constitutional approvals and constitutional proposal approvals and a better no. Then people go to town, talk down, approach, up down, and create a lot of confusion. Our base war. Meanwhile, yet TSCA National Council and share say obi a top down approach. National Council as she did constitutional amendment aba. Se party ni ko legon July na se party na nyan tumu say yes pande sa base no na year e implication on the elections e be koso no so se party ni so gitumu a ebia e beto polling station na wie ansa no makoto flag bearer eti nchechemu no ama e ba sa na fe nkrofo adwirimu ayomu he obi ad propaganda bi akotumu ase hopa na chese na akuma kosoro nti I think say na okay education hu hia
on say we no ya na enya abotre encheche niemamu enche ye nkofo no manti ase enye ejuma National Council me a member of National Council
okay
nti that day no me na me wo meeting ase
and they pass over
ye niema mienu na ese ye hyenenso baako eni say ye ko ma date a ye de be ye presidential primaries a date and a mine and that was 31st January 2026 now mo hwe embrano ene bra ye tumedi ye sa ejumedie no ena wo mo de sa date no and sa date ni de enye subject to conference approval
date no
yes they enye subject to conference approval because you know article 13 no my opportunity say National Council between a fixed date for presidential primaries inti eno pe no mo ye inti no other activities fan say amendment in there and they subject to the approval, discussion and approval of the delegate conference. Inti no ye ko a year July no 19 July no and no na afi ni ye ko akwohwe say okay sisi no a year Frank Davis committee no kire say yenye expansion yemfa nipa mienu enka polling station already existing polling station executive 5 no na yensamfa nipa 4 enka electoral area coordinator no ba ko na wo no na nso nkoye 5 na afi yen separate research any elections in free yen separate no yen team mienu research nyina brane na elections nso nyina brane ewo constituency
okay
na ento aso anko nkonkodu national afi nso yema MMDC fo nso a wo mo abesom MPP amanyokuo yi yen ye ba ban mu no from 2001 ebabesi 2009 and from 2017 ebabesi 2024 no yema won mo so akonya na om emeto aba as chairman for any other executives nso omo ye old executive and old chairman for so yema omo so akonya se omo so be den ebabeto aba ne bi nti eno saa eno ne de that second part ne de eno de tese ye ko July and sana yibetumi aye but ade ba akwa ese ehye ne so ne say omo ho sisi and executives ho sisi no from polling station up to national level no one time a omo de eye omo de be wie o madwuma no enso yes the wo form kra no e be bantempa no eye march okay march 2026 na eye for
polling station
for be ba na to aso April May na Kwaku do national ninti no until say saade no ebeba so no wontumi embre bia emma o kwan say wo be twa o madwuma ne so
ba conference intimi ntwa say adwuma no so because conference na
no the highest decision making body it is a wo amend what I say it is
no, but by resolution I am thinking say once conference is the highest decision making body no conference there can be a motion a conference due to the exigencies of party the munti obi moving na this executives no yen from adwuma mrewie na yen nya kwanye process no for
that would depend on how you see constitution no isi ma sa we sa kofo we no mandate what does say bia the highest decision making body ntino omko ano bibia no makoye na constitution no na da bia enye ne sa say na constitution no ekafa we no ubetumi amend no easily anase wontumi say Ghana constitution ye wo hoi enema bi o ho a so ka se wo pese wo be amend a wo ho ewo mu say wotumi amend de but ube here referendum ne so no ube here a number of people bia
maybe say 80% of registered voters Namokra to 70%
and they say
answer
and so no just say ubeti Kwaku janwa se mume yankoto aba na enye ehihye na wo no e say wudi so na wo hwe ehihye no a eden nti wundi so untumi ni so nti no wagi akire di nti ni nyina no eye ehihye a ewo ho de bibia ye bia no eze fa embra no a ye de ye party no eno na edi adwuma ndi se emra na edi party no sisi anu mimitumi nyina ha nka se say anase say
but me here in church kakra so the proposal for the polling station expansion no is it the case say omo time enso yenti ye betumi no ene means nine so anase ye beto de ye beto ni nyina
eno no on se wo kan bibi se ye conference no a sane ma we ni nyina eno na ebekire conference no ebe kyerɛ saa nneɛma wei
okay
and after the conference no nso no yɛbɛyɛ nhyehyɛe bebree wo sɛ nneɛma bebree wɔ hɔ a wontumi nya no all of a sudden wo kɔ conference no sɛ okay amendment wei na yɛ propose nti sɛ yɛgye tum a afei na yɛbɛyɛ ɛho ɛyi te sɛ bi a wode ɛyi bill akɔ parliament sɛ wode bill kɔ parliament na yɛpaase na ɛbɛyɛ act a woyɛ act ne wie a yɛsan ɛwɔ ɛyɛ legislation a yɛyɛ ɛma saa mmara no because mmara no wɔ hɔ no ɛyɛ mmara kɛseɛ nti yɛsi yɛ breaking it down na nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ a nhyehyɛe bi wɔ hɔ a ebi a obi kora mpo no last minute ɛna wɔde ho asɛm baa saa tam na mmara no na aba awie ɛnso no sɛ n'asɛm no yɛanye antomu a ebetumi aha mmara no wata sɛ n'asɛm no yɛanye antomu nti yɛsɛ yɛyɛ
manuals ni guidelines bi a
wode bɛyɛ mmara no
bɛ implement mmara
good wo ɛno no wɔ hɔ ansa na mmara no aba nti no sɛ woyɛ a na wode ɛno atoto mmara no ho nti sɛ yɛwie
they say your current challenge that you face about Article 296 say discretionary power issue a CI to regulate say the you need CI need Chief Justice say me ayebon wa say
wow in this say sa ama na ama enema no eye no aye basa because emra no ebetumi a wo ho nso se na emra no sitie no so wo ka se wo fa na entirety se wo de ye adwuma it can cause problems for you in this ye ko na amendment ni ye wi a enhyehyɛ bi a wo hu bia no mpanifo be san trase no ma ye ho nhyehyɛ no aba because bi okra mpa obewie no you need a timetable wontumi nye timetable no wo conference na se esese wo be fie
na nek
beye wo ho eno no steering committee for ebeye ho adwuma nek for beye ho adwuma na national council so aye ho adwuma ansana edimu nti ye ma tumi no say kona koyi we on behalf of the whole party nti no yenhwe say ye kwa amendment bi a o ma propose bi a no ye kwa ye be ye ho adwuma na de dodo na abeji atumu no na agi atumu na ye de abafia be
ye be wie enkomo no sa date aya hye ene abato ai beto no ntem ansana election day na kasa so no is it a make or a break decision for you
emudi wo kan
say ye flag bearership no beto ansonoma to others no
show opening ya na enema bi ho a ini se ye no tra sa keke bibia besia ne wo sentia ade kro no AC emra yewura makokoi ne nkofo no etisi krom se omo gye adwen de enti aye lose elections no na enye adwen de enti aye lose election nko enti a the way forward nso omo de eka ho ede na esese yeye dodo no ansem a no omo ka kire wo mo ne se esese yiyi yen Frank etuni no entem esi yi ne entem ye bae no a omo transe a omo sama yewura Frank Davis ene ne mpanifo transe as a committee se won mo nso embobo nsem ankofo de aba in respect of amendment no ho no de dodo no ansa de bae no ene se abato no esi etu ne entem enti no se kobasa na ese saa na dodo na adwen ye omode a necessary yenso yenya opportunity na ye serve at the highest level no yenso ye bedwindwin ho abobo e ba say ye dwindwin ho no national council no dodo na anso adwen ene say eye no kre ese eye ese eto aba no entem ne yifi ho e die enti na saa ne mane ba so obisa me ade meka ne say so on say si e hwese ne party ni mu aye hyehyehye na hwese ne flag bearership no akodru level akodru eni sene enkofo esi ebu faso ewo ho no se anhweye na se ye mano hange kwa ebekwa akodru ba bia ye pese ye no te se ye no normal no na party no na ba bia akodru no na o twimpa ekire a enyeyi if you say sisi no obi e pre ama obi say obi mbedi flag bearer no nti na aprapre no basa de a eno no ya na rationalism no enhye da anya adwuma yie nkofo enhye da enwe party no ho yie ono odwe ne candidate no ho anase candidate nso adwe nko obefa so obewi ni ho nduboze party no emu aye hyehye ensensem enema nsem aye ka enna se ye maade no so ekwa kiri a ensem ankofo bekeka fa wo mu ehunu wo mu no abeduru ba bi no na ama asefima ba wanhwe ya ye kan ho abom kura no ebe ye den aman enti sa na tie dia se na dodo ne kan dia yanyintum nti yagitum na yeyi a yefanya adwuma ena ade no so yagitum so na yagitum ebe yeyi nti say we can say top down top whatever you know it has got nothing to do with it because you know ye call yen internal elections no a wa hodo miensa ene ekono ye wodi edi ye mpanifo a omo hwe party ni so amayen if polling station copim national level eno no bibie ni wa asesa wom we will still do it the way etie no we be start if polling station aya Kwaku national eno ewo ho ene ye san wo parliamentary nso wo ho a eno
modi no kwa de ye modi nkra
ye yi obi no wagina party no anam akopre to me ewo parliament ama party no eno so ye soronko wontumi mfa eno ene
constituency ni national no
embom yanyembom ene ye san wo presidential a ene a ye ni president a wo ti akonwa so no on says the president no call one term wa normally no ya na by convention no ye ko say ye koto aba ayi obi foforo ana say koto aba ne say ye hwehwe ne ayi enye mra no de but aye convention a e basa na party na adia tumi na oye no aso ye ni enti onwie nso enti ene sanity dia ye mane nto aso senye saa dia ebri bia mfie na bia ba ese to aba
ese anukrapo formality ni party ni to
yeah say na me say
nkrofo nyina de
obi nyina
but still like
obi nyina na eye nipa ba akwa na ya acclaim no na okọ enti no say ekoba say ye mfie na ni duru so na say saa ma acclamation ama ese say ye kọ na ye kọ ye pray enti ya pray ni de kamia say emfie na bia echi say bia ye was sitting president a was san kobio senye sa dia aprapre no ano odin na esisi ati ase nso say enye sebi bia eye post ketua bia wo mantwe aba bio da bi eye obi a ye yi no no abaye okandifo amayen na ye de na corporate to me ne nipa kro na abaye the executive president of the country nti eye post a ewo soro pa the whole Ghana no eno ni post a ewo soro pa nti post ewo soro pa de base akwanya badia dudu no a ebepre obi a o kare ne hu bia no obepre de toso bio nso most times no sebi wo ko runs crampo the whole country ni kra no eyisikasem nti ne sebi obi nkobo ne ka so obepre to me na wonso o meye kokwasa entwitwa na nem wo nti no ebasa de ensem akese ka ensem a akoda wontumi nka no enno sabre no na sankora no etumi kansem empanifo nso ensem anka wanu woye pani a obetumi atona no nareka no ontumi efise ono so aye ne ya ahye no obi aka bibi ma aye ne ya nti sabre no ba apre ne de edinsem bebriba nti ye yifri ho a ubon se de aka ne nyina
na ye ju
nti media megitum pa se esefata ya na ebinumu ka se ye de afiva Dr. Baumia be Dr. Baumia sansen we nyina mpo no wanka ho asem enipa odi kan de ho asem ba no I think say say President Kufado after elections no ka ho bibisa na yewura Kwabra Japan so epeja ewo National Council so fele say ese say eba so na dodo na so
a proposal mo de ba
na ewu e fele se sa na ese no nti se basa dia e se ye nyina ye gitum na ye nyem fan favor obi a me de ma semba akope sa elections a ye be call presidential primaries a ye be koyi empenifo a wo mo be hwe ema dwumadie no akoso no as I said they should be men of integrity. They live beyond the enkofo adwen ebe ye ombo ho so we dey onyi papa we dey obeyisi obeski wade na mob no nti si enya sa enkofo no na process na ye dey eba be ye presidential primaries no emuda ho fan ema sebe akora ampo we dey kirelo do ohwa ohun se ade we dey eye ne fan mu na ye na bibia ye free and fair boni bia enim but won say election there the baby obia be pese obenya
obeye ne maba kominu bia be favor
but ni nyina no mo a mo hwe eyi no so there mo no mo adwen no mo ayese judge fo a mo wo eyi mo wo court wo hye wo wig no a de ewo wig na chi bia no wonte wote kura wante
ya wote pe mraneka
eka
chema me da se
wo no wo wonte hwe ndi se ye ne saade a sabi de obewini no obehu se wakọ abato na wawini ewo ne kwan so de obelusu no nso no ebehu se mekọ abato anye ya amame na emum obi anwia me enti no magye atum nkofo na na omo se enye me ebre minko na minsambra.
All right. Chairman Mafo MP Ayewo Achiase constituency and former deputy trade minister Anope Meneno Abo Enkomo. Honorable Medawase bibia ni a ebesan ababiem na yeno ababiji enkita hona yenimu se afi na agro na hyase efiri ho ntemu a asundwi beba wo nso so a wo ko election no so unum se wo lusu genuinely a enko kase obi awia wo lusu anu wo lusu uwini anu wo wini na eya na ye me ya ne se senior honorable wo ko election na obon pass uwini a wo opponent emebua oni na monko no okwan wo wini a na so ko bu obi anu de ne bu afu ba on de wini dia o hese nkrofo mebua na onfanko di tumi no eba sa pe ese party no nti yesre mpanifo omunye ne samaye yeda mase me production team ni technical team ni nyina me do munyina ase me de besi ase kwame jesi and sports team no befa TV no na DJ Slide T enso afa radio no yesi wa ba ene wa ma okay